Good evening. Welcome to Valley High School in West Des Moines as we get ready for high school basketball here. And Dar Danielson, Chris Larson is number 2. Waukee Northwest taking on number 10 Valley here tonight at Cold Iron Field House. And have you seen both the teams or you seen one of them?
Saw both.
You saw both of them.
Northwest on Tuesday and Valley on Friday.
Okay, so you know a little bit about them here. So we'll. This is my first game of the season, so.
Well, and I think what you're going to find out, Dar, is though you're going to remember a lot of these names and faces, especially in this girls' game. These are two pretty veteran teams, and maybe not even by age, but played a lot of minutes last year, had a lot of success, especially in the, Northwest girls. Valley has a lot of experience coming back and is really looking like a team that's pushing to, kind of move up to that next tier.
Yeah, and they were adjusting to a new coach, and then Northwest, now they're riding their success of volleyball and that height and stuff, and so, they're thinking maybe, hey, we can challenge Johnston to knock them off that number 1 perch.
Absolutely.
Here. But let's take a look at a couple of the players to watch here tonight for these two teams. And Sadie McCann, you see her points, rebounds, assists, looks like a pretty well-rounded player overall.
Yeah, we talked about Sadie a lot, I would say last year, and then she's really even improved her game. She's kind of growing a little bit, comes from a really athletic family. She does a little bit of everything. They love to switch defenses and pressure the basketball. She loves to get out and run. You're going to see her in transition a lot. If she's scoring in transition, they're going to be really tough to beat.
And then for West Des Moines Valley, a familiar name too, Tylee White, now 29 points. You see her rebound, steals, and it seems like I've been watching her for like 4 years now. She's been one of those two that came up early and has played, a lot of basketball for Valley already.
Yeah, Blake and I talked about that on Friday. She has played a lot of basketball. But what's fun to see is you can see she's taken her game to a whole new level this year as an upperclassman. She shot the ball wonderfully on Friday night. And you can tell, she's ready to step into a leadership role along with Utah and some of the other girls. But what a great opportunity for Valley tonight to take on the number 2 ranked team in the state and prove they belong in the conversation with these top-tier teams in the league.
Yeah, I talked with Coach Powell, and we'll see some of that at halftime. But I said, so, tell me about coming into practice to start the season. Where he goes, well, a lot of it's been conditioning, obviously. And then he said, just continue to work and get better at everything every night, and especially in the CIML, you got to do that because even a team, and we talked about that, no matter what sport it is, a team that may have a lesser record than you, they still have good athletes, and they're still going to come out and give you a challenge if you just kind of try to phone it in.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it's kind of a fun part of the year, right? They got a few games underneath their belt. Both these teams, both have some experience back, but they're trying to get better and figure out what they do well. I think we're in store for a really good one tonight. Should be a lot of fun. I think both teams are going to be comfortable getting up and down, so the pace of action should be good and a lot of fun to watch.
Size-wise, you got to give a little bit of a nod to Northwest. Mm-hmm. I mean, they got size in there. Girls, boys coach, no matter what. You'd like to see a lot of 6-foot-plus players in your lineup for volleyball, basketball, whatever sport, huh?
Well, and their height is really unique. They can play a lot of different ways. Coach Powell has a luxury. He can play with 2 bigs on the floor at one time. They also, we saw the other night, they would put Logan Vogt as, she's a little more athletic, gets up and down the court with her volleyball instincts, and they'll play her as the only big with 4 guards out there, and they're still plenty big enough to rebound and take care of that part of the game.
And for Valley, you talked about it. They like to push it. They like to shoot the 3 too when they can, don't they?
Yeah, I think a big key for them, they have a lot of different girls who can shoot the 3. It's that they want to get into the paint and then kick for open threes. That's their game. And when they're hitting them, they're as good as anybody. Now, the key tonight is going to be, can Northwest take care of their transition defenses, after misses or after turnovers, and make sure not to give them open looks?
Well, we're getting ready here for Valley hosting Northwest in the girls' action here. Northwest 3-1 coming in, Valley 2-1. So early on in the season, as you mentioned, but when you look on the schedule, a lot of tough teams early in this schedule and the first time through, aren't there?
Well, I think you see that up and down this conference, right? It's you got to take wins when you can get them. And like I said, Northwest, they're looking at going to be in the top dog in the league, right? They're looking at knocking off Johnston. But in order to do that, you got to make sure that you take care of all your other business against teams that maybe are in just a tier below them in Valley, but they're hungry to get up into that conversation too.
All right, both teams back into the locker rooms. We're going to take a break here. We'll do that. We'll come back with more of the pregame. We'll have starting lineups and get this one underway, the first of a boy-girl doubleheader here tonight on CISN.TV.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9% for 72 months. New Bronco Sports on sale for $37,990 plus 3.9% for 72 months. And new Super Duties with $10,000 off. Extra discounts on top of employee pricing. Only at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Here at Valley High School in West Des Moines, getting ready for Valley and Waukee Northwest, the boy-girl doubleheader here tonight on CISN.TV. Dar Danielson, Chris Larson getting ready for this one. We'll have our starting lineups. And this is always, you mentioned, it's interesting. You have kind of that December season, then you have time off for the holidays, and then you come back and you know, you kind of get an early look of what do we need to do, who's stepping up, and then the players, too, can kind of get an idea on what they need to do to improve and get more playing time, don't they?
Absolutely. It's all about learning. These games in December, you're just growing as a team. Individuals are growing as players. Coaches are learning. It makes it a lot of fun, especially when you have two quality teams like this.
Between the Wolves of Waukee Northwest High School and your Valley Tigers. Our officials for tonight's game are Tyler Brady, Chris Lynch, and Joe Townsell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for the visiting Wolves of Waukee Northwest, number 12, Sadie McCann. Number 22, Vanna Billick. Number 32, Romy Croat. Number 4, Cassidy Danvers. Wolves are led by head coach Sam Powell, and the assistant coaches are Ty Walsh, Trent Smith, Ben Dewey, and Francis Deducey. And now, here's the starting lineup for your Valley Tigers. Number 3, Carrie Rose. Number 4, Bailey, Utah. Number 11, Tylee White. Number 12, Avery Moon. And number 20, Olivia Adams. Tigers are led by head coach Matt Utah, and the assistant coaches are Ashley Adams, Jacob Cleveland, Marcus Miles, and Acton Rick.
And let's take a break. We'll do that. We'll be back with the start of the game after this on CISN.TV.
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9% for 72 months. New Bronco Sports on sale for $37,990 plus 3.9% for 72 months. And new Super Duties with $10,000 off. Extra discounts on top of employee pricing. Only at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
All righty, ready for basketball. You see the floor-level view there of Waukee Northwest. There's the home team, Valley. Coach Larson, what couple keys to start the game here for these teams?
I think we talked about it. I think transition defense, whoever plays better transition defense is going to put themselves in a really good place. And for Valley, then on top of that, they might have to do an extra good thing just because from athleticism and talent-wise, they might be just a touch behind. So I think that's going to be important for both teams. But I think Valley's going to have to do a great job on the glass, right? You can't give up those second chance points. Those are game changers, the offensive rebounds when you get a chance to get extra possessions. And that's something Northwest does really well, and Valley's going to have to take care of that tonight.
So here we go. Danberg will get in the center circle here for Northwest, and Avery Moon for Valley. Valley in the white, Northwest in the blue, and easily tap back for Northwest. On the right wing, Croat up top in the lane, kicks it back out.
Solid man-to-man defense for Valley to start.
Shot at 15, Croat for three, rattles down and good. Romy Croat, she's hitting 21% from three-point range in the early going.
That'll continue to hike up.
Here's Rose, Carrie Rose, over on the wing, on the drive. White, now back out to Rose. She'll put up the three, off no good. Rebound comes down, knocked away, run down by Moon and Croat over there, and are they going to call held ball?
I think we got a jump ball there, yep. That's
so
good hustle there by Moon to create kind of an extra possession right here for Valley.
Yeah, Northwest got the tip, and then the first held ball now slapped away by Croat. Can't quite get to it.
One of these nights I'm going to start keeping tallies of how many times we say Croat's name in because
I know.
She's always around the ball.
Yeah, she is the one that's always there. You're right. When it comes to, they usually run through her, it seems like. They get it in, take it away, up, and good by McCann.
Well, we told you that Northwest is going to like to get up and down the floor. Valley's got to take care of that basketball if they're going to stop that transition.
Here's a three up and good. Avery Moon hits from outside. That's her first three made of the, or wait, no. Yep, that is the first three made. Just 2 attempts. Start young season. Trap up top. Croat trying to get out of it. Somehow got out of there before the 5 count. Drive baseline and
travel.
A little extra step there with a little contact.
Nice job by Valley with that trap, the little right past half court. They made Croat give up the ball and then just sped up Northwest on that whole possession, I would say.
Moon over right side. Adams comes across the top to Rose. She'll dribble down the lane, goes up, and I don't know if that was partially blocked, but Billick certainly influenced. Here's a three. Good. Logan Vogt for 3.
She's really quite an athlete, isn't she? The Iowa State volleyball player.
The whole family.
Yeah, right.
Here's
Cousins, everybody, right?
3 back the other way by White.
It's warm night shooting to start off, Dar.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad we're a little farther south than what we are. It sounds like up north it's going to get crazy tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Inside pass, and they say it went off of Moon. Lob it up top. Looked at the quick shot, did Vogt. Now she gets it back from Croat. She'll drive, carried it up, tried to get it. I don't think she quite got it out to her hand to finish the play there.
That's what I was talking about. Keep an eye, though. Danberg had an opportunity on that one. It ended up going out of bounds on her, but they had no one checking her off. They really are going to have to keep an eye on those offensive rebounds if you're Valley.
Now trap on the far side, and they get out of it. Does Adams. Moon down the lane, dishes out. White drives, puts it up, gets it partially blocked. Moon tries to go back over her shoulder, but White comes away with it. So good rebounding early by Valley. Moon in, spins, tried a little fade away, doesn't go. Rebound pulled down by Northwest. Croat quickly catch and shoot off, no good. Rebound, Adams trying to pull it out of there. And then a held ball as reaching in is Billick.
It's going to be a really fun matchup to keep our eye on. I see that Northwest has Vogt on White, and those are 2 really good athletes. A little more length than White's probably used to seeing, so let's keep our eye on that one as the night goes along.
Jenna Fuller, the sophomore, now into the game. She's up top guarding Romy Croat. Croat looks for a high screen, dishes out. Fake and a drive, and one by Sadie McCann.
Beautiful move by Sadie right there. A little shot fake, got her defender up in the air, was able to finish through the contact and get the end one. What a luxury for both of these coaches when you can bring players like Burpa, who's coming in for Northwest, and Fuller off the bench. That gives you an instant spark, right? You're bringing in some really talented offensive players.
So she completes a 3-point play. Drop back to Moon. She'll drive, kicked it back out. Trying to dribble back across the top, over. Runner, no good, little long. And here comes Croat.
Valley's done a nice job in transition defense so far.
Burpa trying to post up inside. Back to Croat. Now Moon comes in from behind, knocks away. Back under to Burpa. She's a little too far into the basket. Now goes back up and gets her own rebound again. Baseline. Croat spinning and gets fouled by Moon.
They're so multi-dimensional. That's really, it makes Northwest so challenging to defend because not only are they really skilled and quick on the perimeter, but they're so big inside, and you could really see that on this possession.
Croat to the free throw line, hits it. She's 47% in the early going here.
Another stat that I think will continue to rise as the season goes along.
Yeah, that's out of, well, she's already shot 36 of them. And there's a couple more to boost that percentage up.
Yeah, she's a great shooter. It'll get going.
They try to go full floor, and a great play to knock it off. Croat knocked it off of Utah on the baseline.
What did you think? I was close to it. It was almost like the double bounce, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there was a lot going on. But again, who's in the middle of it all? Romy Croat.
A little pressure full court now by Valley. And McCann will get through it. Looking for Croat, but Fuller's all over her. Now she hits the cutter coming through, and it goes off the hands of McCann back to Valley.
Just a subtle little point, but really good coaching for Northwest. You notice how he was really talking to the girls about they're going to run and jump you at half court, so they stayed in the middle of the floor, and it's a lot harder to get trapped when you're in the middle of the floor. And they executed better, just went off her fingertips.
Kick out. Dribbles over. Utah. Kenley Utah in there now. The freshman.
I thought she played
around
outstanding.
and blocked. By Burpo.
I thought Tenley was outstanding for Valley off the bench on Friday night. So I think as the freshman, she's just going to continue to get better and better as the year goes along as well.
I think that was kind of blocked, but it's saved from going out of bounds. White goes all the way down. Up
Good
and
move.
good.
Good move. What a finish with her left hand, right? She went in. I love when players get in there and jump stop, go off 2 feet strong, and then to be able to finish over the 6-1 vote with 2 hands or with 2 feet, great shot.
And as you say it, Vogt drives and draws the foul. Tylee White.
It's like you're going to go at me on one end. I'm going to come right back at you on the other end.
Vogt to shoot 2. Rattles in and out.
Okay, keep an eye on a little full court pressure here for Northwest if they're able to make this free throw.
Very early miss by Vogt. She's hitting 80% to start the season. And I don't know if I can call that an announcer jinx because she missed them both. But
we're not going to put it all on you tonight.
No. Utah tried to go cross, knocked away by Prince House. Down the lane, Vogt.
There she is, right there.
Oh, excuse me, Utah down the lane.
The younger Utah comes in and is a spark off that bench.
Back over to McCann. Outside drive, Burpo turns, spins, up off the glass. It's a nice post move.
Excellent move. Good run ahead there. One thing I want to keep an eye on, though, I think Tylee White's doing a really nice job defensively. And we talked about how Valley's a little undersized. She does have 1 foul already. I think she's going to have to be smart on that end. They can ill afford to get her in foul trouble.
Get it in. I think there's a question on the foul.
Yeah, well, I don't think the shot clock ever started.
Oh, okay.
The game clock was moving, but the shot clock did not. There's Prince House. Good.
Oh, cut behind it, up and good.
Good set there. That's
Right.
one way to alleviate pressure. Get everybody up above the free throw line and back cut. Really good execution by Valley.
Here's Croat, drives in, double teamed on the baseline, throws it back out. Now they try to go back to her. Well, that tight defense is working down low.
Absolutely.
And a little too much on the pass there to Utah if it goes out. We'll see Moon back in and Adams back in for Valley.
Those are killers in a game like this, right? You're fighting to stay alive. You're on a nice little run. You get the steal, and then just kind of a giveaway turnover right there.
Yeah, you get the ball, and then you kind of make and trying to go clear across court, too. Now there's a foul coming back the other way.
Neither team in the bonus quite yet. It's been a really very clean, well-played game so far, I would say.
What's that?
I said it's been a very clean, well-played game so far.
Adams called for the foul there. Sorry, my volume isn't quite.
I'm going to have to speak up a little bit for you. Oh,
rotate it around, pull up, no good, rebound underneath. And knocked away, scramble for it. Rose comes out of the mix. She'll pull up.
Good extra
down
pass.
Baseline, 3 is good. Adams.
The basketball gods reward you when you make an extra pass
We're
like that,
tied.
right? How about that?
And a tying bucket there. Here's a 3 back the other way. A little long battle inside. Almost Bowden and had to battle in there with Burpo. And they take the lead back. Now take it back the other way. Billig. Good cut inside to McCann. Long shot at the buzzer. No good. And it'll be 19-15 after 1 quarter here. Got a close one here. Stick with us on CISN.TV.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
This ain't for the faint of heart, we always playing rough.
We'll go to the second quarter here. 19-15, it was tied, and then a quick little run by Northwest. Chris Larson.
One thing, this is when teams get better. At the end of that quarter, they had it with 14 seconds left. They could have waited for the last shot. A little bit of a quick shot, which led then to a little 4-0 run for Northwest.
Knowing time and controlling it a little bit. And there's a nice steal with her back. Billick on defense kicks it all the way down. Gets it blocked by Moon, but putback is up and good. Off the rebound by Prince House.
Man, I was so impressed with her on Tuesday night. Prince House, another one of those people who's always in the right spot. And how about Moon?
Moon
really
on the drive, yep. And she'll. Billick, her first foul. Foul's reset again. I'm still getting used to that after years of doing it the old way. Free throw rattles out and battle for the rebound. And it's going to go off of Northwest Burpo.
Yeah.
And stay with Valley.
Moon's really off to an aggressive start. You know, we should make sure to comment on that. Was a right-hand finish for the left-handed Moon. She does playing wonderful so far tonight.
Little box on the free throw line. White coming all the way around, and they finally get it to Rose. She drives between 2 defenders up and a little hard. A lot of traffic in there. Here's Billick back the other way. Throws it across. Quick down on the baseline. Back up to Billick again.
Valley's doing a nice job in their man-to-man defense, though. Really pressuring the basketball. That's where it can get in trouble, though. They just have size at every position.
And Billick got her on that back hip and gets the bucket. So up to a 6-point lead.
Gotta
Here's
have
a three
it.
by White, off no good.
Keep playing
And
D.
Rebound comes down to Billick. Croat now with it.
Good roll.
Dumps inside and a tie up by Moon. And the arrow pointing northwest way.
I really like the way Valley's competing, right? They're doing a lot of things well. The one thing I think that they got to understand, though, is you got to do multiple things really well to stay in a game against such a talented team.
As you mentioned it, if you get a turnover, get a rebound, you can't ease up.
Yeah, right.
Because your margin of error isn't there.
Exactly.
There's Moon with the rebound. She'll bring it up the floor. Takes it all the way down in the double team and has it knocked away out of bounds. And
That's a good
in.
example of what you were talking about, Dar. You know, works hard, get a stop, get a rebound, but then you can't just go down court and be, you know, got away with it, right? But you can't be sloppy with that ball.
McCann back in for Prince House. Here's Rose.
Northwest does such a good job pressuring the basketball. Every pass seems to be contested. Vogt is doing just a phenomenal job on White as well,
White
making her work
throws
for
it
everything.
over. Here's Moon, drives in, goes up hard, gets it back. Oh, and just rolls out. Looked like she had a putback, but
Yeah. I like the aggressiveness with which she's playing.
long three, no good. Rebound, battled for, kicked out to Croat, rolls down and out. And a foul called underneath.
Yeah. Olivia Adams was fighting down there. She was doing everything she could. That's one of the subtle little differences. We talk about all the big girls for Northwest, but even their guards are 3 or 4 inches taller than the Valley guards, and you can just see that height at every position playing a factor.
Jenna Fuller, Tenley Udoff in for Valley here. Roll across the top to Croat, and she drives and puts it up.
She's just such a physical defender, or excuse me, finisher. Such a physical finisher.
7 points for her, first 2 of the second quarter. Oh, nice
there you
baseline
go.
drive shot. Olivia Adams has 5.
Yeah, nice little runner there. Floated it up right over the taller Northwest defender.
And what they're not letting Northwest get any long runs, which is what you want to do, isn't it? Up top for 3, long rebound, pulled down by Bailey Utah. Over to Tenley Udoff, down the lane, no good, gets her own rebound, kicks it out. Adams for 3, a little long. Got a couple good looks at it.
Yep.
Danberg with the rebound. She tries to go reverse layup and gets a foul called late.
She was able to drive baseline that time, and she's just so athletic that she went under the basket to finish and was fouled.
And Vogt to the free throw line. Hits it.
There you go. No jinx that time.
No, I didn't say anything. She missed her first 2. Hits the second one.
Yep. Let's see, too. I think we talked about it last time. Let's see if there's a little full court pressure here after the free throws.
Yeah, they got the lead up to 8 now.
Okay.
So Valley, you don't want to say they need a basket, but you can't turn up the opportunities. Now there's a
I
steal.
got to take care of that.
Croat up and in.
Yeah, Coach Uthoff's going to get a timeout there.
Timeout on the floor here as the lead goes to 10. You're watching girls basketball on CISN.TV.
As the seasons change, so should the colors in your garden and around your home. Nothing says fall like a splash of beautiful colors from the Fall Mums from Good Greenhouses. No one has a larger selection of gorgeous mums or better pricing, with sizes from small pots to large containers that are sure to make the neighbors jealous. For over 118 years, the Good family have grown and sold the best mums in Iowa in a rainbow of stunning fall colors. Come see for yourself, just north of Interstate 80 and only 8 minutes south of Ankeny.
Now we're going to see a little pressure here from Look at that, and right off the timeout, you hate to see that.
Full court pressure, and Valley turns it over. Dar Danielson, Chris Larson on CISN. Vogt gets it in to Billick. Now out to Croat.
You're so right. You got to hang right now if you're Valley, right? You got to hang. You can't let it get up in that 15-point range before halftime.
Up top, Billick. Croat for three, no good. Rebound. Vogt almost had it. It gets out of there, but Croat picks up the loose change and deposits it in the basket. She's got 6 here in the quarter, 11 overall.
And she's just kind of everywhere. And so there's a loose ball. She gets in. There's that corner we were talking about.
And they call Prince House, I believe, on the reach. Yep. 2 team fouls on each now. First one on Prince House.
Really good officiating crew out there tonight. This should, for big doubleheader. Good to see.
Adams gets it off, now gets it back. Driving in. Fuller drives up and gets fouled on the drive. And another foul by Prince House.
We talked a little bit about McCann in the pregame as a sophomore, and Fuller also a sophomore. They have to be 2 of the best, if not the 2 best sophomore guards in the state. I know Norwalk has a girl named Braylon Birmingham who would like to be in that conversation as well.
Free throw is good for Fuller. 61% in the early going.
You can see her confidence as a sophomore looks a lot different than she did last year. Just even that the drives are a lot quicker and more aggressive. Obviously comes from a great family of basketball players.
Makes them both. Burpo in there to replace Prince House, who picked up 2 quick fouls. Here's Croat trying to dribble it out of trouble. Now they trap her, but get some help.
Croat is such a luxury as a coach. She just makes, they're going to throw a press. She's like, here, I'll pass. I'll go get it.
I'm not going to panic,
No, she just does a little bit of everything.
Lob it inside to Burpo, and I think she got a little push from behind by White.
Yeah, and that's 2 on Tylee, which, we kind of talked about that. You're kind of double-edged sword, right? She's tall, so she has to guard those bigger girls. But, you hate to get her in foul trouble. Let's see what happens here for the next 3 minutes, if she's going to stay on the bench and what happens to that lead.
Throw it out deep to Prince House, now rotated over. Billett inside to Burpo, drives in, muscles in, misses a shot, and then comes right back in, and they're going to call a little too much aggression, I guess.
Yeah, little frustration foul, right? Missed the layup, but really good post move, but then missed the layup. Going to see a little more pressure.
You see that right away where they come in and swat.
Yeah, right.
There she waited, and then she grabbed. She just was mad.
It was the delayed frustration.
Yeah.
Oh, what are we going to call there? Yeah.
They're going to say it was tip by Northwest.
Good officiating there by Tyler Brady, helping him out there.
And Vogt will come back in. Logan Vogt, the junior.
Ooh, good
inside
luck.
Feed in. Utah gets fouled by Croat, I believe.
Yep.
She kind of got stuck a little bit, but.
Well, she does an amazing job with that, though, for as physical and aggressive as she plays. In all the games I have called over the last couple of years, I don't feel like she's been in real foul trouble. She really plays under control.
Correct, yeah. I think maybe the only time I saw one time in a double overtime match, I think
like
it was against Waukee. She might have fouled out late, but, And Bailey Udoff gets 2 free throws.
Got a chance.
And triple team up front. Out to Billick, and no good. And battle for it. Billick runs it down. Now gets to the defense.
Yep.
And they might call Utah there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yep.
Yeah, I think that was a block.
Croat throws it across to Billick.
Oh.
Back over to Croat. She looks. Vogt says, go around.
Carrie Rose doing a really nice job hounding her up top, though, making everything difficult.
Burpo on the cut, but she's fouled from behind by Udall. That'll be 3 on her, I believe.
That foul trouble is going to really start mounting up for Valley right now. Big 2.5 minutes for them just to kind of survive and get to halftime. If they can keep the lead under 10, then they can make some adjustments.
Burpo hits the first one.
Burpo is somebody to really keep your eye on as a sophomore. I feel like she has made tremendous growth. You know, tall players in general tend to develop a little bit slower, but I think as the year goes along, she's going to become one of their more valuable players.
So a 9-point lead here. The biggest has been 10. Valley. Oh, good crossover by Moon. Draws the foul.
Avery Moon's been really aggressive tonight. She's done a good job of really putting the ball on the floor, drawing some contact, getting to the free throw line, doing a lot of good things.
And Avery Moon missed her first free throw. She's got 5 points on the night. Misses that one. Get one more here. Let's see our 4-camera view.
There you go.
Up and good. No pressure to Vogt. Billick. Oh, good job by Moon. She had Burpo posted up in there, but Croat looking for a screen from Burpo. Now one hands it across the court for 3, no good. Rebound battle for it. Moon gets it out of there.
Got to push.
Quickly up the floor comes Fuller, up and good.
Very nice. She was so under control, right? She kind of was reading that because I think she saw White in the corner, but realized no one stopped the dribble, so she just kept going.
Pressure there. They get it out. Billick looking for the backdoor cut. Burpo. Reverse is good.
Good ball movement that time by Northwest there.
You hate to see the big gal learn that move.
No. I told you. I mean, I think the sky's the limit for her.
She can, you get under the basket, and there's no way to stop that. Here's Fuller. Off to Moon. Burpo on her. Inside. Comes across. And it was knocked out by Vogt.
And you see the defense, though, too, by her? You know, as a 6'3" girl out there, playing wide, really sliding her feet, not getting lazy and using her hands. Tremendous defense. Really good night so far for Burpo.
Danberg back in now. They get it to Carrie Rose. Tenley, Utah, over to Moon. 3 is good.
Avery
Moon now has 9 points.
Okay.
And the lead cut down here.
Yeah, they're hanging right with them, right? We said it was going to be a big 3 minutes, and they've done a great job with these 3 minutes.
Cut it in half from 10 down to 5. Here's Croat. He looks for the cut underneath. They kick it out for 3. Good. From the outside, Billick.
Just such good basketball, right? Great cut by Danberg, but then she didn't force a shot up. She saw the open girl in the corner, kicks to her.
Now here's where you talk about for Valley. Take your time, get a good look at this.
Much better in the second quarter, right? That's the growth and learning that takes place in the early season.
Moon with it up top. 10 seconds.
Watch her little dribble drive here for her.
Kicks out. There's a three. Good.
Great offense. Phenomenal
Utah
offense.
At the buzzer. We've got a 5-point game here. And that was exactly what you said compared to the end of the first quarter where they threw it away.
Right.
Here they took their time, pass it around, get a three.
And nothing's going to make Coach Uthoff happier, right? Because it's about making mistakes this time of year. That's going to be part of the growing process. But when you learn from your mistakes, even in game, what a great teachable moment for them, tonight and beyond.
All right, we'll take a break, and we do that. We come back, we'll hear from Sam Powell, the Waukee Northwest coach, coming up after this on CISN.TV.
As the seasons change, so should the colors in your garden and around your home. Nothing says fall like a splash of beautiful colors from the fall mums from Good Greenhouses. No one has a larger selection of gorgeous mums or better pricing, with sizes from small pots to large containers that are sure to make the neighbors jealous. For over 118 years, the Good family have grown and sold the best mums in Iowa in a rainbow of stunning fall colors. Come see for yourself, just north of Interstate 80 and only 8 minutes south of Ankeny.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Joining us now is Sam Powell, the head girls basketball coach at Waukee Northwest. And, end of the season now, early, Coach. Let's talk a little bit about what you want to accomplish heading into the season and your what you see here in the first few games.
Well, like with any season, beginning any season, it's a lot of rust. So just trying to, first off, get the girls in the best condition possible, and also just more consistent in our level of play, just consistent on the offense and defensive end.
But you have some experience coming back, and that's always nice, isn't it?
Oh, that's always a plus. I dealt with a few years of not very much experience, and, the majority of those girls are juniors that's going to be on the floor. So it's just nice to have kids who have 3 years under their belt.
So does that mean you kind of play similar to what you have been since you know the girls know your system? Is that what you see?
Yeah, it's no doubt. We play an up-tempo brand of ball. We want to get up and down the floor. Primarily, we play a man-to-man defense to help create tempo. So, just the athletes that we have enjoyed over the last few years, pretty much that's the way we want to play.
Ratings are out. You guys are number 2 here right now. Do you look at that at all, or talk about that at all this early on?
We try not to focus on it. It's always just something to feel good about when people recognize you. But we know at the end of the day, those ratings with a tough CIML conference. We're coming up on West Des Moines Valley and also Johnston on Friday with a tough CIML conference. Every night is just a battle.
Well, you led me into my next question. Let's talk first about Valley and what you see out of them.
Young team, very scrappy. The team is well coached. They play hard, very talented, led by Tylee White. So anytime you go into Valley, you battle not only talent but tradition. So we know we're in for a dogfight tomorrow night.
And then you mentioned tradition. That's the tradition Johnson has said, and they're the ones that everybody's looking for to try to topple, aren't they?
Yeah, it's no doubt. Johnson has had a target on their back for a number of years. Well coached, very very talented team led by Jenica Lewis, obviously the Notre Dame recruit. Those girls hasn't lost in 2 years. They didn't put in the work. They have walked the walk and talked the talk. So you expect nothing. You expect nothing short of a battle with those girls. But we know we got our hands full on Tuesday and Friday.
Well, both these teams give you a good measuring stick of where you're at early on, doesn't it?
There's no doubt about it.
Okay, Coach, appreciate you joining us here on the pregame show, and good luck in both games this week.
Thank you.
3, 2, action. Wilson Toyota in Ames is unlike any other car dealership in Iowa. At Wilson Toyota, we give you a financially rewarding, time-saving, and stress-free car buying experience. Earning your confidence with a value-oriented customer experience is what thousands of customers have come to understand as the Wilson experience.
She's getting better at this, making me so proud.
Wilson Toyota,
home of the Wilson experience.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Here at Valley High School, the halftime score 32-37. Valley trailing Waukee Northwest. A quick look at the scoring from the first half. Avery Moon with 9 for Valley, 7 for Tylee White, 5 for Tenley Udoff, 5 for Olivia Adams, 4 for Jenna Fuller, 2 for Bailey Udoff. For Northwest, 11 for Romy Croat, 7 for Logan Vogt, 7 for Sadie McCann, 5 for Vanabilik, 5 for Victoria Burpo, and 2 for Kennedy Princehouse. I think I'm missing a bucket in there somewhere, but 19-15 after 1 Northwest, and then here 37-32 at the half. They had built a 10-point lead, Chris Larson, but Valley staying right in there under control, playing that tight defense, and Northwest has not shot the greatest tonight. I haven't kept that stat, but a few long shots they missed, and some of that comes too as you get into the season more, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we said that when that was 10 points, it was by about 3.5 minutes, and we said it's going to be a really big 3 minutes. They were able to kind of weather that storm and shrink the lead down to 5, and now they're right where they need to be. I think Moon has played great, really giving them wonderful minutes to start the game. Now they're going to have to continue, but one thing we talked about, their execution at the end of the half was great. They're going to have great execution down the stretch to win a game like this.
Yeah, because Northwest can take off like a rocket at any time, it seems like, getting up the floor and shooting. So, and we mentioned the margin of error isn't quite as big as it might be. Looked at these two teams early on. Valley beat Cedar Rapids Wash, lost to Ankeny, then beat Southeast Polk. Northwest lost to Washington, beat Cedar Rapids Wash, and beat Ankeny. Centennial beat Urbandale here early. And sometimes it's hard to tell, too, if you get some of those early tournaments, exactly what that means, too.
Yeah, and we talked about that last week. I think Northwest traveled out of state, went and played one of the better teams from Illinois maybe that they matched them up with. And so it just makes it really challenging, but I know both these coaches love this kind of a game early in the year because that's how you learn and that's how you grow as a team. You know, winning by 25, 35 doesn't really help you grow as a team. These kind of games let you know not only how your team's going to respond, but also how individuals are going to respond and help you make some choices down the stretch.
Got the pep band in full roar here tonight for Valley. I always like the pep bands at high school basketball.
Valley always seems to have it, and I think it just adds a little something to a game, doesn't it?
Yep. And let's see, it'll be Valley ball, I believe, out of the half. They'll get possession, yep. And looks like pretty much the starters back in there for both teams. That's Olivia Adams with it.
Talked about the importance of the last 4 minutes, but the first 4 minutes of the second half are equally important. That middle 8 is such a huge part of a basketball game.
Up top to Bailey, Utah.
Good
now
cut.
Looks for the cut, yep. And good completion on the cut by White. She's got 9.
3-point ball game, Dar.
Up top, Vogt. Croat for 3, off, no good. Rebound by Moon. Moon.
Great pass ahead.
Up quick. Now over and good.
What a start for the Valley Tigers. Couldn't be any better, right? A bucket off the start.
And then the fast break drill to perfection.
Beautiful job. Avery Moon, we talked about her points a lot, but her job on the defensive boards has been equally as impressive.
And Moon gets her second personal. First team foul here to start the second half. Bounce pass inside.
Careful.
And almost taken away by White. I think White thought it was bouncing right back to her. She gave up on it a little bit. But
Well, I think her coaching staff was also yelling, be careful, because they were like, they didn't want her picking up that third foul.
Now a throwaway by Northwest.
And just like that, Valley has a chance to take the lead. Little 2-3 zone coming out now for Northwest. Really extended.
Trying to make them burn a little of that shot clock. Neither team has really gone deep in the shot clock here. Or did they in the first half? Adams for 3.
Got it. It's that ball reversal. When you're playing against a zone like that, you want to keep that ball moving. They were able to reverse it to the opposite side of the floor, and Adams knocks down to 3.
And then a jump ball call that'll stay with Northwest on the alternate possession. I think that's their first lead since they went up 6-5 in the first quarter.
We're going to get a timeout by Coach Powell.
And we'll take a break here. Valley comes out, scores 6 straight, 7 straight here on CISN.TV.
3, 2, action.
Wilson Toyota in Ames is unlike any other car dealership in Iowa. At Wilson Toyota, we give you a financially rewarding, time-saving, and stress-free car buying experience. Earning your confidence with a value-oriented customer experience is what thousands of customers have come to understand as the Wilson experience.
She's getting better at this, making me so proud.
Wilson Toyota,
home of the Wilson experience.
Out of the timeout, Northwest called it as Valley comes out in a quick 7-0 run to start the second half, take a lead. Croat up, no good. Taps it up, Croat back on the rebound. And it was almost close to a foul down there in that rebound, wasn't there?
Yeah, Danberg used her size, but then really did a nice job of finding Croat to get a pretty easy bucket. Keep an eye on that ball movement here, and if they move the ball well, I think Valley can get an open shot, probably a little bit of a force.
Moon keeps that one alive, a little volleyball skill there.
Here she is, one more.
Utah outside, a little long. Moon goes in, and on the floor. They're going to call Billick with the push underneath.
Avery Moon is having some kind of night. She is active underneath. If you want to be a good offensive rebounder, when that ball's in the air, don't watch the ball. Go get yourself in position. That's what she's been doing all night.
And know the angle where it's going. Moon comes across to the baseline. Up top, Adams fakes, drives under, and draws a foul on Danberg. First on Danberg, second team foul here, and send Adams to the line.
Olivia's done a nice job, right? Came out and hit that three-pointer, and now she really an aggressive take at the hoop.
Rattles in the free throw, her first free throw of the night. She's got a 3 of 2 now and a free throw, hitting 80% coming in, early going. Hits both of them.
And Valley's going to have a little full court pressure. Ooh.
Dribbles right through it, no problem for Vogt. Up top. Croat on the cut to Billick. She turns, puts it in.
Yeah, she's so solid. She's just feels like whenever they need a bucket, they can depend on her.
Outside, Adams drives, kicks back. Uthoff looked at the three, now drives.
Oh, good
bounce
pass.
Oh, nice look underneath to Moon.
Really nice look to the opposite side post. Really under control drive that time.
Knocked away, but kept possession. Throw across to Vogt. Vogt will drive, kicks it back out for three. No good. Rebound.
Good rebound.
Pulled down by White, and she's fouled by Vogt. You talk about your frustration there.
Absolutely, but Valley is really competing. We said that was going to be one key to the game, is could they control those defensive rebounds, and I think they've done a really admirable job on that, despite being, kind of outsized at almost every position.
Jenna Fuller back in for the Tigers. Up the floor, Adams. Drives. She knew she had to put that up high, and then a push called underneath.
Tell you what, this is an interesting game right now. That you kind of just feel that momentum slowly start shifting to Valley, and it'll be interesting to see how Northwest responds.
4 fouls already here. Not even halfway through the third on Northwest, and then a travel called on the defense there by McCann and Vogt. Pressure again. White. Vogt breaks it. Gets it out to Croat. Croat will survey the floor. Burpo up high.
Cut. Oh.
Again, taken away.
Good hands by White.
Up ahead, Fuller drives. Can't get it to go. Uthoff has the rebound taken away. Outside to McCann. She drives in, loses the handle, kicks it back out. Down the lane, runner, no good. Burpo comes over the top, but it's pulled out of there. Adams comes away with it, and it'll stay with Valley.
Normally, Northwest does such a good job with this. Croat was wide open on the wing. When you drive, if you got that teammate open for a wide open shot, I think the high percentage play is to kick and look for that open three. And normally that's something they do so well. Might be getting in a situation where they're starting to think a little bit, you know what I mean, where they're feeling a little tighter.
Tenley Udhoff in and Kennedy Princehouse for Northwest. Yeah, that's just a little closer game than what they expected.
Right.
Billick.
I think especially when they got the big matchup 1 versus 2 on Friday night, could they be slightly like...
Oh, nice back cut up and good by White. Right behind the defense. She's got 6 in the quarter, 13 overall.
White and Fuller are like, hey, we're not talking about Friday night yet. We're still playing a game tonight.
McCann gets the bucket, pulls it back within 2. Down the lane, Moon.
You can see Sam Powell turn to his coaching staff, and they're just getting beat off the dribble too much tonight. Got to move those feet, keep them out of the paint.
Croat for three, short. Long rebound, out to Adams. She'll push it.
Good pass.
Up to Moon,
Good
and
pass.
the foul. Nope, they didn't call the foul. Timeout. I thought they called the foul on it, but it was a timeout he was calling over here. 49-43, Valley up 6 here on CISN.TV.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Sorry.
Northwest in the huddle. Sam Powell talking it out on the whiteboard there as they're down now 6 here to Valley. Dar Danielson, Chris Larson. Valley, it's just come out in this third quarter, played everything just exactly how they want it, putting the pressure on, passing the ball, hitting the shots.
Sharing the basketball, playing with a lot of energy on the defensive end, and right now Northwest hasn't found a solution to keep Valley out of the paint, and that's the difference in the ball game.
Full court pressure by Valley again, and they'll kind of drop back. Croat getting a little screen there for McCann.
Good D.
And almost
Good
tied
side.
up.
Good pass.
Good look. Oh, Burpo.
There you go.
Burpo does the circle around.
Yeah.
Fake and gets it up.
Well, let's credit Billick. That's kind of the pass that she normally makes, and that was a great play.
Yep. Long
good
three,
hustle.
No good, and then a little too much hustle by Tenley Udoff, but
how about that, though, for the freshman? She went in after that ball hard. She's not afraid.
Well, you mentioned it. Udoff and Fuller, when they're in there, they don't have the biggest size, but they're always moving.
Tough.
And so now Billick will get it in to Croat, who's guarded by Fuller. Come back across the half line.
Going to see the ball in Romy Croat's hands a lot, as they want to kind of get themselves settled down on the offensive end.
Back over her, high wing, right? Up top, McCann. And
I tell you
tie
what,
up will go to Valley.
Jenna Fuller is a ball hawk out there, right? You put that ball on the floor around her, and she's going to get after you. She is playing phenomenal, tough, hard-nosed defense right now. Got a flash middle here if you're Valley.
Got it in the corner, now trying to dribble it out.
Zone pressure. You look at it. You got Fuller there
Adams,
in the middle.
And they force the turnover. Northwest does.
Yeah. Didn't like that from the start, right? If you got zone pressure, you got to flash somebody middle, right?
Yeah. And they threw it right to the corner,
Yeah.
right where the defense wants it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it should be a 10-second violation. They got it. They got it figured out. Chris Lynch is telling him. Chris is one of the best, one of my favorite referees over the years for situations just like that. See how he just stayed calm, right, in adversity, and they just talked it through. He doesn't really get rattled. I thought, and now he's going to explain it to Coach Utoff, and that's good officiating.
Yeah, you got to work with your whole crew, talk it out.
Right?
There's
Yeah.
a lot
Close, right?
Yeah.
Fuller is everywhere.
Soccer, sometimes I'd go over to the AR and just talk to him like I was asking him when I knew the call was right, but you just want to make it look like you're
right.
But anyway, down low, kick out for three, no. Rebound Burpo, and she got tangled up, and I think Moon had her by the arm.
Kind of interesting. If this was a college game, I think we'd have a couple hook and holds.
Yeah. That's. I was trying to think of what you call it. The hook.
And those are 2 shots in the ball in the college game.
3 now on Moon. That could be big here.
Look
Lob
at
inside Burpo. Moon goes right at her, and Burpo lets her go by, and nice move inside.
Okay, there it is again. That diamond in one press.
Over to Fuller, slapped away. Well, Northwest picking up the tempo a little bit, aren't they?
Yeah, and you can see, so they're that diamond and one, you said it exactly right, Dar. Those, they want you to get in the corners and stay on the perimeter. What you got to do is get into the heart of that defense and then kick out maybe for a shot or attack, but you got to get to the heart of the defense.
Vogt comes running down, then turns around. Who am I going in for?
She was just excited to get in the game, right?
And then McCann, she went in for McCann, so Vogt's in there now for McCann.
Good
Here's
hedge
Adams.
there.
Adams drives against Billick. Back up top, Rose. Gets it over.
Finish this now if you're Northwest. Better possession for them, but then a little sloppy and kind of a little bit of a touch foul, but didn't move her feet.
That's 3 on Burpo now. As Utah drove,
2.
and that's 5 fouls, so you'll shoot 2. And Utah to the line.
You get in games like this, and that was a really good 20 seconds of defense, right? It's also why I would say sometimes with the shot clock, though, you don't want to panic and force it up because make them play that full 35 seconds, and they might bail you out with a foul.
Utah hits it. This seems like it's been a long third quarter.
Yeah. Well, a couple timeouts mixed in there.
But Valley likes it.
Yeah, they're not complaining.
Misses short there, and Vogt with the rebound. And it's a 3-point lead for the Tigers. Croat with it.
Little box set. They're going to run something out of this.
Up top, Vogt.
Yep.
Croat looks for Burpo. Bounce pass. White all over her. She bounces across, and Fuller down the lane to knock it away. She was trying to get it to McCann.
Boy, Tylee White has done just a phenomenal job defensively tonight, right? We know she's a great scorer. She's a good shooter. But, man, she is fighting against some of those bigger girls for Northwest tonight and doing a great job.
Well, Utah takes a shot there.
Oh, good box out.
Oh, Adams. She looks up the floor.
Oh, that'd be
outside
big.
for 3, no good. Rebound long. Rose
good hustle.
has it stripped by Croat and then commits the foul.
What did we talk about? She's just kind of everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Like, you just all of a sudden she pops out of nowhere and boom, she has the ball for Northwest.
Yeah, and you can bet at the comeback she's going to be leading it because full time out here. So we'll keep it right here. And let's see, you got just a couple seconds difference, so you kind of want to work the clock down a little bit.
Real opportunity if you want to. If you're Coach Powell in the huddle and you can execute this, you can get the last shot of this quarter, and then they're going to get the possession to start the fourth quarter, and that could be, you could change the game to where you have the lead by the next time Valley touches the ball.
A little bit of a 2-for-1 there, yeah.
If you can execute. These are subtle little things that if you can execute them correctly, make a huge difference in winning or losing a game.
So there's a pet band.
There you go.
See, that was my talent right there. The boom, boom, boom.
You were a drummer?
No, actually, I wanted to play the drums, but they said, no, you're playing trumpet.
They assigned you?
You got too much hot air, yeah. Well, everybody wanted to play the drums when you're starting out.
Right.
You know. All right, here we go. Final 37.4 the third quarter here. Northwest with it in pressure. We'll stay with them.
Valley's just doing such a nice job with aggressive defense and really being disruptive in the passing lanes.
There's Croat against Rose. Down on the baseline. Oh!
Look at that.
Moon takes it away.
She has just played such an outstanding game tonight. Now again, Valley holding it for that last shot, right? They learned after that first quarter. We're so impressed with that.
Yeah, shot and game clock just about even here. Moon, 6.
Good drive, good kick.
Throws it outside. Adams for 3. Good!
How about the execution?
At the buzzer. Adams. And it's 53-47. The 6-point lead holds for Valley. Hang on. It's going to be a good fourth quarter here on CISN.TV.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Back here at Valley, we go to the fourth quarter. The Tigers leading number 2 Northwest, 53-47, taken away by Fuller.
Jenna Fuller. Got to take care of it. Good job.
And she drives, and Billick catches her from behind. Kind of incidental, I think, but now there's 3 on Billick.
It's interesting, though, Dar. We talk so much about height in basketball, right?
Yeah.
But it's really the quickness and the speed of Valley that's given Northwest fits tonight. Oh, there she got her.
And the foul from behind. Is that going to be Croat? Yes. That's 3 on her.
Great execution on the out-of-bounds play right there.
Rose to the line, looking for first points of the night. Hits it.
Got it. She does a great job defensively. She's a senior leader on this team and, kind of does a little bit of everything for the Valley Tigers.
Second free throw, rolls out. And here comes Croat. Down the baseline, knocked away. Moon picked up by Rose.
They're just really having trouble moving the ball without it getting deflected, that being the Northwest Wolves.
Rose with it on the wing, looking for the cutter. Now over to White. Adams.
I like
There's
this
Moon.
Possession, right? You can burn a little clock, wait for a good driving lane.
Moon
Not bad,
can't
not
get
bad.
it to go. Not a bad shot, a little off balance. Here's Croat all the way down. She draws the foul on a reach by Fuller.
I also don't mind that foul by Fuller right there, though. I think rather than giving Romy a straight line drive at the basket, I think that's a good use of a foul to start the fourth quarter.
In those situations, she's usually going to score when she goes down.
Absolutely.
Yep. Northwest gets it in. Up top to Danberg. Now there's Croat.
Yeah, you can just see they're really struggling getting in their offense. The defense is really impacting them.
Here's Croat, drives, and she gets fouled.
That's what I'd like to see for Northwest. If they can get their spacing down and give Croat a little bit more freedom to drive in space, right? It just feels like their spacing's been a little off this whole second half.
Now brings in Bailey Utoff as Rose picks up a couple quick fouls here in the quarter. Northwest gets it into Billick. She goes around and can't get it to go. Utoff.
Oh, and that's a silly one by Romy.
Well, it was kind of inadvertent. They kind of got tangled up there, but that's number 4.
And the feet got her tripped up, but it's kind of silly reach, right? And
Yeah.
even if she didn't get her up top, no need for that. It's going to be interesting if they're going to leave her in. Nope, they're going to get her out.
Yeah, because if you, like you say, you don't do the reach, then maybe they say,
Oh.
okay, let her go, no contact, but
They're going to leave Romy in there. They just kind of pointed to her head and said, be smart out there, which I think she knows how to play with fouls.
yeah.
Tell you what, if you're Valley, though, and you get a chance to attack her, you got to try and do your best to get her out of the game.
Adams drives all the way through for 3.
Got it. Great job by Olivia Adams, using the dribble, setting up her teammate, drive and kick. It's the best play in basketball right now.
White has 16. The lead is 10 now for Valley. They flipped it here.
Tell you what, if you're an off-the-ball defender right now, you got to watch Croat's drive and see if you can step in and take a charge.
Tap back out. Rebounded by Utah. Here's Adams.
Underneath.
Moon.
Yeah, good
now
look.
Quick look under the basket. Utah up and good.
I love that. I saw Fuller on the weak side. She was trying to point to her teammate that she was wide open. Instead, they reversed the ball, and she found her right away.
Croat misses. Moon with the rebound.
Kind of starting to get that energy like they got an upset tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, but I never count Northwest out.
Absolutely not. It's not over yet.
Yeah.
I do like this possession, though, by Valley. If you can bleed it out, space them out a little bit.
Kind of like in football. Run the clock down a little bit.
Exactly.
Moon. 10 on the shot clock.
Now late in the clock, you want to look to drive, maybe set up a dish. There it is. Good drive.
Fuller drives and draws a blocking foul underneath on McCann, her first. Team's fourth.
Just phenomenal execution right there by Valley. Couldn't have went any better, right? I think 32 seconds went off the shot clock, made a couple extra passes, found a driving lane, and now Fuller's going to be at the foul line.
She's 2 of 2 from the line tonight. She'll get 2 more here. Right through. Burpo back in. Second free throw coming for Fuller. Hits it, that gives her 6 points on the night. And 61 for Valley. 61-47.
And interesting, changing up the lineup a little bit. How about that?
Three off the bench. Hadley Gensler, the freshman, comes off the bench, pops a three.
Blake and I really liked her, and it is kind of Coach Powell looking for a little spark, and Gensler gets it to her right off the bench.
Their first bucket of the fourth quarter. Whoa, there's a missed pass, but a scramble.
And there's Gensler again.
Northwest comes out of there. Quickly up.
Good pass.
Prince House up
Good
into
pass.
Burpo.
Okay, let's see if Northwest can't make a run here. If you're Valley, you want to keep moving that ball right, draw that, and then late in the shot clock, look to penetrate. If you can dish for an open three. If not, take it hard at the rim.
On the drive and loses the handle. Prince House with it. Turnover.
Gotta get back.
Croat pulls up, leaves it a little short,
Yep.
and a push called on Utah. That's number 4 on her. Looked like Croat a little worried about the charge there. She left it a little short when she pulled up.
No, you're exactly right. It starts getting in your head, right? Because you're thinking about a lot of other things rather than just playing. So you were spot on that one, Dar.
Here's Northwest under the basket. Lob it out to Burpo. Knocked away by Fuller, but stay in possession here.
Got to roll. She's there.
McCann. Cross court to Gensler. Gensler inside. Croat drives back to Rose. Rose takes it away.
Pretty close to being that. She kind of had her shoulder down. Carrie Rose did a great job of cutting off the baseline. Going to get a timeout.
Timeout, Valley. We got a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. And Coach probably just reiterating, take your time. We got a lead here. No hurry to get a shot.
I used to love saying this to my guys in the huddle. I used to say 61's enough. So let's really focus on the defensive end. If we take care of the worst thing you can do on offense is turn the ball over and lead to what we used to call pick sixes, right? In the quick layups where they get points right away. Tell them they're not going to get 61 points. So all we have to do is take care of the ball and then finish at the end of possessions, And if we miss it, fine. Make sure we get back in transition. So it's taking care of the basketball is the number one priority.
Coach Powell, he's drawing up some stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to Burpo, I think, if they said, hey, you get it in there, turn and go.
I think you'll see them trying to trap, run and jump, try and create a turnover right on this defensive possession.
3:33 to go. Number 10 Valley over number 2 Waukee Northwest here in the fourth quarter. Fuller will trigger it in, back to Adams. She's been something tonight.
Good ball movement, though, by Valley. Look at that.
Back to Adams. She drives in, tried to sneak it through, but it was partially blocked there. And now Rose almost takes it away. And
look at the
does take
hands.
it away with the assist by Fuller.
Yeah, look at the hands by Fuller again. And look at, you saw Carrie Rose not only get the steal, but then tell everyone slow down. Last time by Adams, it was a little too quick. Don't mind the attack. Just wait, though, till deeper in the shot clock. Got to take care of it.
She saw Moon but couldn't get it up there. Now quickly the other way, and the foul.
I tell you what, 52 Gensler she's going to be a player here as the years go on. She's scrappy, she's tough, and she's really giving them a nice spark off the bench after really no minutes until, the very end of the game.
I'm not going to tell her what her free throw percentage is. It didn't matter. She was 1-1 coming in.
Probably not quite the same pressure situation of free throws, I'm guessing.
Yeah. But a lot of pressure here, and she's come up so far here.
Mm-hmm.
Misses that one, but rebound, pulled down. Billick.
Got the timeout.
And, yeah, they had to burn one quick because she was in the corner with nowhere to go.
30.
And 30-second timeout. Go ahead.
Let's keep an eye on Coach Powell right here. And then you see his assistant coach, Ben Dewey, got a clipboard out too. You got to run your best out-of-bounds play right here, right? You're down 9, but you're really thinking to yourself, if we can get a good look out of this baseline out-of-bounds play, then we're back within 6 or 7 points.
Yeah, and
then,
start putting a little pressure back on their defense.
Right?
Because that defense is hard to keep up the entire game, but they've been doing it. But you're right, yeah.
And then the ball handling gets a little harder. If it gets under 5, everything gets a little more chaotic.
And Northwest in the second half has really not been able to get many scoring runs going here. And part of that's Valley defense, but you're right. You get it going, especially late.
They like this set. Let's see what they do out of it. Okay.
Get it into McCann.
She's open.
She'll go baseline.
Stepped on the line.
Nope. Good help by Moon. She came right over.
I think there's a lot of teachable moments for Northwest in this game either way. They had Logan Vogt open right away, and I think just some of you get in these games and it gets harder. You're trying so hard to do something.
Oh, good look to Udall
and one. Boy. On the flip side, and I think that was Olivia Adams again with her head up the court. She has done such a good job running the point guard position in this second half.
Who was that?
Yeah, I think they got the fouls mixed up because Romy wasn't even in the game, and they gave her 5th foul on the board. This is a tall task now, though, with 2:45 left.
(64-52). There's a 3. Billage short. Croat rebounds, takes it back up, gets it stripped.
Good hands by Fuller.
Here's Moon. She gets pushed by Gensler. And here's where that change in the free throw comes into play, where you go automatic 2 shots.
Yeah.
As Northwest in the bonus. Moon is 2 of 3 from the line. 15 points, hasn't scored yet in the fourth quarter.
Something we always like to talk about in basketball is it's not how good you are, it's how good you play. And I think tonight is an example of this. If you don't know anything, and we live in this world where there's so much social media and rankings and everything else, Valley's just been the better team tonight.
And I asked Coach Powell about, your number 2. He goes, well, it's nice to recognize, but we got to come out and just keep doing it.
Yeah.
We're early, he said. Way early in the season.
And while it's going to sting for him to lose, he's going to love, assuming that it ends up this way, but he is going to love all the learning points he's going to get, and they'll respond really well, Northwest.
McCann fakes, drives,
there you go.
one. Foul by White.
Thought a little better ball movement that time. They got 5 guards out there, and so they got a little better, more crisp ball movement, and it spread it out, and a really nice finish by McCann.
11 for McCann, the chance to make it 12.
Oh.
Misses it, long rebound to Fuller, and they foul her right away. McCann does. She's only got 1 foul, so going to try to put a little pressure here on Valley at the line.
On the flip side of that, Dar, though, Blake and I talked about it a lot Friday night. This is kind of the signature win that I would say Coach Matt Uthoff needed out of them, right? They kind of beat all the teams they were supposed to beat, but they hadn't got one of those big 3, meaning Dowling, Johnston, and Northwest. And Valley, I think you're going to continue to see this team grow. So many good performances. Jenna Fuller has been everywhere. So many other positives for them.
Misses her first free throw.
Get back.
5 of 6 tonight.
Yep. Got to attack. Got to attack.
2 minutes. 3 is off. No good. Rebound, Utah.
Now, you still don't want to you just want to keep running shot clock. Yep.
And Fuller wanted the ball back. She wanted to go back to the free throw line.
Well, and she's a great free throw shooter, right? So that's
McCann
nothing
with
wrong
foul
with that.
number 3. Five of 6 Fuller from the line. That's going to bring her percentage up. She came in shooting 61. Rattles around there. Should get another one, though.
They're really on to something when you look at Fuller. You look at White. You got the 2 sisters in the Uthoffs. You got Carrie Rose. And then I just thought Olivia Adams, and let's not forget, Avery Moon was great tonight. Olivia Adams here in the second half just did a great job with her ball handling.
But Moon kind of kept them floating when they got down 10.
Absolutely.
She kept pushing at it and kept them in it. Didn't let them sink too far away.
No, you're spot on.
Here's the drive. Here's the 3. No good. Rebound, Moon.
Got to come back, help her out. We're going to get a timeout.
Coach Uthoff, timeout. You coaches are that way. No lead is safe, is it?
No, that's what it's so funny. I was just thinking the exact same thing. Sitting up here, you're like, you're good, coach. When you're down there, and especially this is such a big win for his program. I just think this is a signature moment for them. They've been playing good basketball, but to get the number 2 team in the state on your floor, and it's early and there's still a lot of basketball to be played, but from a confidence boost.
Yeah, nothing boosts you more than winning. Yeah,
And you could almost see it as the game went along. Their confidence grew and grew. Just an outstanding performance.
Well, I'll be at Northwest Friday night, so that could be interesting. I'm sure Coach Powell and these girls are going to bounce back.
Absolutely they will.
Got a ring around the Rosie on the inbound. They get it in to Fuller, and she'll go to the free throw line again.
Little Coach Bruce Wilson special, the former Simpson coach. I many years ago brought that little, unicycle play into a lot of teams like to run it. It's hard because you can't match up, right? And then they can kind of take off wherever they want to go.
This will be the 7th free throw of the 4th quarter for Fuller, and she hits it. She's only missed 2 of those, and she hit 2 way back in the 2nd quarter.
Good opportunity on Friday night, though, for Northwest, right? Obviously, this one didn't go the way they wanted, but what a great early season test to see how they're going to respond to a little adversity, right?
Chloe Moen and Liv Brown in for Northwest. And here we go. Minute 27 to play. Brown drives down the lane, up, no good. Rebound comes down to Valley. Adams winding the clock down. Northwest not going to foul from here on out. They know that it's not going to probably help them at all. So
still playing hard on defense, but yeah, they're not worried about that.
Nope, dribble off the foot. Utah picks it up. 7, 6, 5.
Oh, good
inside
pass.
the Moon. Turnaround jumper short. Rebound comes off to Chloe Mullen, the junior.
Boy, it was a nice pass there. I thought White was going to kind of look for her own shot, but she found Moon. I feel like that's been something that we've seen over and over tonight, finding the open person by Valley. They've really moved the ball and passed well tonight.
Yeah, they had trouble early with that pressure, but then as you mentioned it, Coach made adjustments, and then they started moving it around. Valley crowd standing up and clapping.
Yeah.
As the Valley girls are going to end up knocking off number 2 ranked.
Just a fantastic
Northwest.
job.
And of course, is it tomorrow the new poll comes out?
Thursday, right? I think
Thursday.
typically
yeah,
Thursdays.
That's right. Yeah. So the final, Valley with the upset. 70-54. A 7-point quarter for Northwest in the fourth. And just about everything Valley did worked out well for them. We'll let's take a break, come back, recap the scoring, and then be ready for the boys' game here after this on CISN.TV.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
I'm making a piece. Hey, this ain't for the faint of heart. We always playing rough.
Back here at Valley, the girls' ball game tonight. The Tigers get the upset over the Wolves here, 70-54. Dar Danielson with you. Let me run down the scoring unofficially here. 13 for Romy Croat, none in the fourth quarter. 12 for Victoria Burpo, 11 for Sadie McCann, 7 for Vanderbilt. Logan Vogt with 7. 3 for Hadley Gensler, 2 for Kennedy Princehouse. Didn't check if that adds up, but again, it's unofficially for Valley tonight. 17 for Avery Moon, 16 for Tylee White, 10 for Jenna Fuller, all at the free throw line. 8 for Bailey Utoff, 1 for Carrie Rose, 5 for Tenley Utoff. Olivia Adams, can't forget her, 13, including 3 threes tonight. And that did add up. So it was 19-15 at the first quarter, 37-32 Northwest at the half, 53-47 after 3 in the final, 70-54. Final thoughts, Chris Larson, on this one.
I just super impressed with Valley, right? We talked about 2 really good teams, but it all came down to who played better tonight. And Valley played better. They used their quickness. They really exploited some let's say casual ball handling on Northwest side, and especially in the second half. Northwest, sometimes when you get punched and they take it to you on the defensive end, you just can't respond. And they couldn't. Northwest is going to grow and learn from this. We know they have a really good basketball team. But I think Valley really announced their presence in this conference. You know, they go to Dowling on Friday night. We talked about Northwest goes to Johnson. All 4 of those teams have the potential to win on any given night. And really, really good high school girls basketball game. All righty, that's going to wrap up the girls' half of the doubleheader. We'll take a little break. We'll be back with the boys' matchup. That's coming up in just a bit here on CISN.TV.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9% for 72 months. New Bronco Sports on sale for $37,990 plus 3.9% for 72 months. And new Super Duties with $10,000 off. Extra discounts on top of employee pricing. Only at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Second, Valley High School for the second half of our doubleheader. It's my first game. We'll get everything back together. Dar Danielson,
it's early for us,
Chris
too.
Larson here, and Northwest 2-0, Valley 0-2. The Valley boys, they're coming off something that it's hard to match at this level of what they did with the championships. And for these guys, you can't come out and say, hey, we got to do that again. But you know, you were here, you saw the work and what it took. And that's got to be a little bit of momentum for them or motivation, you'd think, right?
Well, and I almost think like each game that goes by, it becomes a little bit more about this year's team, right? Yeah. It's not talk about all the things they've done in the past. This year's team is still a good basketball team. They played they played two tough opponents so far, and weren't able to pull out a win. But right now, it's just all about getting better. The unfortunate thing for them is the road's not getting any easier because this Northwest team is probably as good as any team in the state.
And a couple times they took the runner-up trophy, and this is the year they hope they move ahead. Let's take a look at our players to watch here tonight. First, I think we'll have Northwest, right? Colin Rice, you've seen him play.
He is a phenomenal player, going to Nebraska next year to continue being a Big Ten player, and he fits the Big Ten mold, right? He's long, he's lanky, he can slash to the rim. Yep. You know, it's shown on that dunk. He also can shoot the three. What I was most impressed with last week, though, was his defense was phenomenal, and he really attacked and got some easy looks inside early to establish themselves against Centennial.
And for Valley, let's take a look at their player to watch here tonight. Sam Strawn, 24 points, 6 of 10 from three-point range, 2 assists. And you see there, he's got the outside touch.
I think Sam maybe got all of his points on Friday night. Maybe he had 2 on Tuesday and 22 on Friday, but he came out and he was phenomenal. He's got a really quick release, as you can see by some of these highlights. And once he got it going, it really led Valley in their comeback attempt, which ended up falling short. But I know his confidence had to grow just exponentially by that performance on Friday.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention, not only, different team, but you got a new coach too, and new system a little bit here to work with, and you got to, get used to that as you're moving along.
Just a lot of new pieces for Valley. Coach Ricky's going to have a lot of the things that were in place when he was an assistant coach here, and he comes from really good basketball background in terms of some of the coaches he's learned from. He will also get better. He's got to take this all in stride, right? He's playing a really tough opponent. This team wasn't going to come out and just run teams off the floor, so they're going to get better and better each night. What a great opportunity against one of the best teams in the state tonight to get better.
All right, just about ready for starting lineups here tonight with these two. And we mentioned Northwest will face Johnston on Friday. I'll be there. We'll have that game on CISN. And Valley will travel to Dowling. So that'll be good matchup for them. We're about ready for starting lineups here.
Between the Wolves of Waukee Northwest High School and your Valley Tigers. Our officials for tonight's game are Tyler Brady, Chris Lynch, and Joe Thompson. And now, we're starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for the Wolves of Waukee Northwest. Number 2, Matt Eichmann. Number 4, Colin Rice. Number 5, Nash Cooper. Number 13, Landon Davis. And number 20, Isaiah Oliver. Wolves are led by head coach Brett Watson, the assistant coaches are Ted Henderson, Aaron Baker, and David Holmes and Colton Pulowski. And now, the starting lineup for your Little Tigers. Number 2, Sam Strong. Number 10, Keith Jorgensen. Number 12, Jaden Adelaide. Number 32, Brayden Showgirl. And number 40, Eddie Heigl. Tigers are led by head coach Brian Rickey. The assistant coaches are Tyler Anderson, Josh Fry, and Kevin Pierce.
Well, here we go. We're ready for the second half of the doubleheader. You see the Northwest huddle there. Valley, the girls knock off number 2 Northwest. We'll see if that maybe gives the boys team a little bit of a ump too. They're going to need it here against Northwest.
Got good student bodies here for both teams, which is fun to see. And it'll be really interesting to see how's Valley going to decide to defend the size matchup problems. Obviously, they have some really great guards as well. Speaking of Northwest, this first quarter though, they got to prove that they can hang with them, and let's see how this goes.
Northwest in the black, they control the tip. Davis there with it.
A little bit of a 2-1-2 zone. Probably going to flatten out into a 2-3, but they have Heibels really up at that free throw line area.
There's a 3 off, no good. Rebound on the far side. Back up and down the lane. And 1. Wow.
In the pregame, we said he can shoot it and he can slash, and he got to show them both things in the first possession.
Mac Heitland
Yeah.
will go to the free throw line. 67%, only shot 3 so far on the season.
Well, and Heitland did such a good job of getting that rebound. And one of the hardest things, you come out and play zone, it's really hard to rebound out of a zone. So that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on.
So an early 3-0 lead here for Northwest. Here comes Valley with it.
Northwest going man-to-man.
Attaway now over on the wing. To Jorgensen, gets it off to Strawn, down the lane, up and one. So back-to-back old-fashioned three-point plays.
How about that?
Here.
And let's give a little shout-out to our producer. I believe maybe it was Justin who had our kind of players to watch, and both of them come out and get and ones to start the game.
Strawn hits it. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, right back at him.
And we're tied at 3-3 here.
Coach Watson didn't love the defense, too. A little bit lazy trying to reach around rather than move your feet.
And
might have got away with the travel there.
He said nobody touched it, and he, as you said, I think he would have traveled anyway, so it goes back to Valley.
I like the tempo for Valley. You know, they really want to play at this pace. That's good D.
Stripped by Kukin. He comes down, fakes the lob, and then loses it. Strawn.
Yeah, back-to-back turnovers there by Kukin, which got to make sure they take care of that ball.
Oliver just about jumped it there.
Oliver, one of the best athletes in the state. You know, obviously an Iowa football recruit, but he does
There he goes.
things like this all over the basketball
Pokes
floor.
it away, throws it off the defender.
Phenomenal hustle, right? Really good basketball play.
Going to be Northwest ball under the bucket. Lob it inside.
Go man-to-man off the baseline out of bounds, Valley does.
Rice has it knocked away for a second. Where's it going to go? They say it goes to Valley. Got double team, maybe give that ball up, huh?
Yeah, I did like, though, Valley really being aggressive, right, getting after that basketball. That's what you're going to have to do against the bigger Northwest team.
Attaway up top, down the lane. Schoberl back to Attaway. Pull up, three.
Boy.
Is good.
Sam Strawn has had back-to-back now nights where he started off on fire.
The old-fashioned three and the newfangled three. Oliver down the lane, kicks it. Three, no good. Rebound, pulled down by Heibels.
I like that slight adjustment, though, putting Oliver up top.
And Attaway traveled. Defender got the hand on it.
We talked about this in the girls' game, right? Valley, you work so hard to win those possessions. You can't just give away possessions on the offensive end.
Oliver brings it up. Over on the wing. Back other side to Heitland. Back over.
Lob.
Now inside. Out for three. No good. Rebound. Put back up and good. And foul. Rice.
Right? That's each possession they've got a shot now. They've got an offensive rebound, right?
Yep.
So if they can take care of the basketball, good things are going to happen for Northwest.
Callan Rice will go to the free throw line. Misses it. Rebound comes off to Heibels. 6'5" Valley. Down the lane, up and good by Jorgensen.
Yeah, he kind of spun back. You know, that's a little bit of a scouting report thing. Got to remember he's left-handed. Really good move by Jorgensen, though.
Oliver to Kukin, and then commits the foul on the steal attempt.
You can see Valley's really, really comfortable. They want to get out and pressure on the perimeter. They don't want to allow easy entry passes for those two bigs on Northwest.
Denault Moore will come in for the Tigers.
Wait till you see some of his jumping ability, Dar.
I remember him from past when he's gotten in there. Yeah, he can get up. Oliver kicks it outside. 3, good.
Yeah.
Heitland.
Subtle adjustment, but they got Oliver up there at the point there, and he's dribble penetrating and creating offense for all the other Northwest players.
Jorgensen drives in, kicks it out. And Attaway will try to reset it. As you said, melt a little time off the clock. Here's a 3. Good! Strawn for 3.
Yeah, Heitland's not going to be able to help off quite as much. Strawn is right now on a bit of a heater, and he's got to make sure that he stays attached to him.
Yeah, he's got 9 of their 11 points. And is that a backcourt violation? Yep. Waukee Northwest calls a timeout. Full timeout. We'll take a break here on CISN.TV.
As the seasons change, so should the colors in your garden and around your home. Nothing says fall like a splash of beautiful colors from the fall mums from Good Greenhouses. No one has a larger selection of gorgeous mums or better pricing, with sizes from small pots to large containers that are sure to make the neighbors jealous. For over 118 years, the Good family have grown and sold the best mums in Iowa in a rainbow of stunning fall colors. Come see for yourself, just north of Interstate 80 and only 8 minutes south of Ankeny.
You see the Valley timeout. They got an early 11-8 lead here, enforcing a Northwest timeout. Dar Danielson. Chris Larson, what are you seeing early, Chris?
Boy, a little bit of sloppy play. You know, Coach Watson called that timeout, and he really got after his team, right? And I love it. It's a teachable moment for them. They've come out a little flat, right? I think more importantly than the offensive end, you can miss shots, you can have some struggles there. But defensively, I think that he doesn't feel like they've executed some of the things. They let Jorgensen go left. They've left Strawn, you know, with a couple open looks from 3. That's not what probably they wanted to identify in their scouting report. Now, flip side, Valley loves the start that they're on, right? But again, it's got to be consistent. You won the first 4 minutes. Now you got to make sure that you finish this first quarter strong.
Throw it in the back. Oliver pressuring
Almost
Attaway.
had it again, didn't he?
Yeah, he's just, as you said, all over. Down on the baseline. Driving, knocked away, kept back though. Attaway gets it. Looking for DeMalt Moore back cutting. Up top. Rotate it. Fade away, good. Jorgensen with his second bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Now inside, back out. And doesn't get the friendly rim there. And here comes Valley. And again, he was thinking of attacking, wasn't he? But now they pull it back out, as you said.
I like the game plan early by Valley, and they're really executing it well. Looking for a favorable matchup.
DeMalt Moore battling in there. It's going to go to Northwest. And Oliver will bring it up.
Okay, that 2-2-1, like I said, I like the adjustment. They got Oliver, who's attacking right from the point, doing a lot of good things. You see Davis and Rice on the baseline. They'll flash middle. The problem is when you put that big guy right in the middle.
Kukin for 3.
Oh,
no
look at
good.
Oliver.
Oh, Oliver goes up to the rim, pulls it down.
Got to find Landon Davis the ball. Let's see if he can't get a look in there.
Oh, DeMalt Moore takes it away. They were looking for Rice. Up ahead looking for Strawn. Now.
Got to take care of it.
Yep.
Got to take care of it.
A little rush. Kukin comes down, hands off. Little short jumper, Heitland.
Yeah, Heitland. I like how he didn't just, he went to the corner initially, but he didn't just stay there when the play didn't come his way.
Attaway. Looking for a screen, but Oliver sticks with him.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Strawn, he'll drive, kicks it out. Attaway open 3, good.
Yeah.
Attaway.
I think you can see it's being played at Valley's place right now. The game really favors them at the tempo it's being played right now.
Oliver down the lane, kicks it outside for 3. Good. Kukin.
if you're Northwest right now, what you're telling yourself is, listen, we're down 3 right now. Just keep playing basketball, keep playing defense, win possessions.
Keep passing it on offense.
Yep.
Attaway, fade away, no good. Rebound comes off.
Yeah, when they get those misses, though, they're going to really want to go and play before that zone gets set.
Davis gets it up to Oliver. Over on the wing, looking inside to Davis. It's knocked away.
I like that, though. Against that 2-1-2, that short corner could really be Landon Davis's friend. If he can find that and then he can attack from that baseline, that's going to be good offense for Northwest.
Jack Tracy into the ball game for the Tigers. Here's a 3 by Rice. Man, he made that look so easy, doesn't he?
So smooth, isn't he? Just so smooth.
And we're tied. 6-point lead evaporated. Long 3 the other way, no
and
good.
Here they go.
Rebound Rice. Rice stops, goes, Attaway fouls him.
That's why it's hard to beat a good team, right?
Yeah.
You know, and I will say, like, that shot was probably a little too quick, though, right? They just have scored 6 points in a row. You want to get some ball movement, get that ball side to side a little bit.
Strawn will come in for Attaway after a short rest. 1:05 to play, first quarter, tied up. Get it in there to Davis. Davis backs in and left it a little short, gets it off the glass and the foul.
Yeah, really nice job. He kind of got himself settled in there, was able to follow up his miss, stay with it, and when you're 6'9", 6'10", it helps clearing out that space, doesn't it?
And the third 3-point play here in the first quarter for Northwest. Davis connects it, gives them a 3-point lead, his first points of the night. Under a minute to play, first quarter.
Okay, let's see what Valley can do with this last minute. You got to run some good offense right now. They're on a 9-0 run, and you got to figure out a way to get a bucket before the end of the quarter.
And Oliver just about picks the pocket. They get it over to Tracy. He's scrambling, drives, and off the glass.
Okay. See, Coach Watson's going to hold for 1 right here.
Shot clock, play clock, just about the same. Maybe tenths of a second different. Oh, no look inside from Oliver. Back outside for 3s, off no good. Rebound, put back up and good by Davis. Down the lane, Davis blocks it.
We talked about this a little bit in the girls' game, and I saw Coach Watson was a little frustrated on the bench. That shot was a little too early, right? Because now Valley's going to have a chance to score, and they get the ball. And fortunately, you know, for Northwest, they were able to score. But sometimes it's just a numbers and a percentages game that coaches are trying to teach kids.
5-second call.
Yep.
Good defense.
And that's kind of the crazy thing, right? Sometimes it can work out in your
Yeah.
favor even if you don't play it right.
So now 5.8, plenty of time to get it up the floor. Looks like Valley going to try to put a little pressure on. They get it into Rice. Rice all the way down. Takes it to the hoop, rolls off. And it'll be 21-18 after 1, a 3-point lead for Northwest.
Good quarter.
We'll take a break, come back with the second quarter after this on CISN.TV.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
I'll make it look easy. Hey, this ain't for the faint of heart, we always playing rough.
Ready for the second quarter. Valley had a 6-point lead for a bit there, and Northwest came back and lead by 3 at the end of the second quarter. And overall, Valley, like where you're at right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I think for them, you gotta keep controlling the tempo of this game. You cannot let Northwest get on those runs.
Into Strawn, kicks it out. 3-pointer Tracy, no good. Rattles
Good
around.
look.
Battled for. Denault Moore comes up with it. Strawn down the lane, puts it up and good.
Man. I tell you what, Sam Strawn's just a tough kid, man. He's a competitor out there. Put it on the floor. Really nice finish.
He's got 11 of the Tigers' 20. Cross-court pass to Rice. Now back baseline. Back to Rice for 3. Rattles in and out. Rebound to the Tigers. 3 the other way is way long. Tracy, little heat check there, I think.
Yeah.
And again, like you say, Coach, probably a little too early, huh?
And it's hard to have that discipline, right? Because you worked hard, and they did have a look, but I still think you want to run the clock a little bit.
Oliver goes to the left hand and lays it off.
Really nice finish there by Isaiah. Just really, again, sound effort. He's done a little bit of everything from a top against that zone.
Denault Moore underneath, kicks it outside. 3-pointer, no good. Strawn battling Oliver. And they say it stays with Valley.
Yep. I'm going to go off Oliver's hand.
I couldn't see around the student section here. Tigers on the inbound.
Got to keep running good off. Yeah, be careful there.
Popped away a second by Rice. Sherburl. And a little miscommunication there.
So right now I feel like a lot of the things Valley wants to do defensively are going quite well for them, right? They're keeping them out of the paint. They're forcing contested jump shots. Then they got a rebound out of it, which is always going to be a challenge. But you got to take care of the basketball on offense and get great shots.
Inside and up and good by Landon Davis off the assist from Oliver.
Yeah, he's doing so many good things from the top of that zone right now.
And over they had, and there's where you talk. You can't. They hit a bucket. You can't come back down and try to get it right away, can you?
Well, and one of the things too, when Northwest is in that man-to-man defense, you want to get a couple ball reversals. You don't have to try and score in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock. Northwest doesn't play too many guys. So far, they haven't subbed at all. You want to make that defense work and make them play, 25, 30 seconds of defense.
Heibel's back in for Valley. Over on the wing, strong defense out there on Kukin. Oliver back out for 3, no good. And up high goes Denault Moore. And comes away with it.
Yeah, so let's see if Valley can't get a couple ball reversals, and kind of goes back to that old Hoosier mentality, right? Even though there's a shot clock, you don't have to shoot in the first, make 4 or 5 passes. Make the defense work.
Into Denault Moore, hands off. Strawn, now back to Moore.
Watch out.
Goes up and dunks it.
Yeah, he's a high flyer.
Dunks it by Davis. Denault Moore.
That'll get the crowd going a little bit, right?
Back down low, up and under, no good. Rebound comes off to Heibels.
Now's where you got to have a good possession if you're Valley, right? You got a little momentum swing.
Strawn over to Attaway. He drives and gets fouled by Oliver. Attaway will go to the line, shooting 50%. It's the first.
Really likes on that possession. Do you see how Strawn came off the screen? Instead of forcing the action, he just moved the ball again. 3 different people touched the ball, and that made that stretched the defense a little bit for Northwest.
Five for Attaway. And a 1-point advantage for Northwest as Oliver brings it up. Heitland kicks it down low to Achenbach, who's in there. Now outside. Baseline. And offensive foul called on Colin Rice.
What'd you think?
I thought he should have eased up a little bit because he kind of leaned.
Jump stop a jump stop would have solved this problem, but
and I think if he hadn't leaned so much, he might have been all right. But.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those you don't want to put it in the referee's hands, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're under control, you jump stop, and then they don't have that choice.
Just the second foul here of the quarter on Northwest. Attaway with it against Oliver.
Good spacing by Valley. That's the kind of possession we're talking about.
Strong free throw jumper, good.
You know, you see this a lot of times when you're watching like an NCAA tournament game and maybe like a mid-major has one guy going off. You work that shot clock, then get it in your best player's hands and let him make a play late.
Down on the baseline. Back down the lane and dunk.
Yeah.
Rice.
Better ball movement for Northwest these last couple possessions against the zone.
30-second timeout here, so we'll keep it here. But, yeah, and they got it down to Davis, and he didn't try to force the issue.
Yep.
He just got it right back. Those guys are dangerous coming down the lane, aren't they?
You got two high flyer, type players, and they play really well together. That's one thing. I compliment Landon Davis. He's got 7 points, which is fine, but I feel like the game, that zone takes away some of his game, but he's playing a lot of other parts. There it was a nice pass. He's doing a good job rebounding. So doing a lot of good. There it is right there. Look at this little cut.
Boom.
They know how to finish, that's for sure.
Yeah. No, he saw he's double teamed there and boom.
Let's see off of that timeout what kind of Coach Watson. It's obviously he wants to see a little bit better defensive execution.
Long three, Strawn is good. Yeah,
I tell you
what.
Sam Strawn is on fire. Great. Let's give Coach Ricky a lot of credit. Really nice job calling out that play, little dribble handoff.
Back out for three, good. Colin Rice will match him on that one.
Okay. Again, ball movement. Keep running your offense. Late in the shot clock, find Strawn and see if he can't become a playmaker. Heitland's now chasing him all over the court.
Yeah, a little tighter on him that time, wasn't he? Attaway against Oliver. That'll stay with Valley. 20 on the shot clock. Oh, Oliver.
Yeah,
quick
his hands are everywhere, aren't they?
Man.
Like just and as the season goes on, that's going to be such a big part of Northwest's team, right? Like that. Yeah, they'll talk about Rice and Davis, but if he can be that disruptor on defense, great things are ahead.
Well, and that's
good defense.
That's what made the Valley run in those titles. So they had so many different. You had Urick inside you could go to. You had the guys outside. Zay Robinson, all those guys that
Pieces,
made it.
Right?
Just so hard to stop them one way or the other. Here's a three, little long, rebound fought for, picked up, kicked out. Now back down to Davis. And off, no good.
See, there's those rebounds again. When they're
down
really
by Rice.
efficient when they get a shot up.
Oliver. Past the baseline. Achenbach, take it away. Moore, Denault Moore comes down, gets it up, and good by Dean Jorgensen.
Coach Ricky's going to get a timeout. He got the lead, wants to sure some things up on the defensive end.
31-30. Here, we'll take a break on CISN.TV.
Three, two, action.
Wilson Toyota in Ames is unlike any other car dealership in Iowa. At Wilson Toyota, we give you a financially rewarding, time-saving, and stress-free car buying experience. Earning your confidence with a value-oriented customer experience is what thousands of customers have come to understand as the Wilson experience.
She's getting better at this, making me so proud.
Wilson Toyota,
home of the Wilson experience.
Here at Valley, the Tigers a 1-point lead against Northwest. Northwest will inbound it under the basket. Here comes Isaiah Oliver. Lobs it over to Rice. Rice drives in. Triple teamed in the middle there. Achenbach back up to Oliver.
Good drive.
Heitland down the lane, and foul will be called. It's Attaway? Yep, Attaway. Jack Tracy will come in for Attaway. That's Attaway's third already.
Yeah, so that's going to probably be it for him in the first half.
Yeah, probably for the rest of the first half here. Just lob it into Rice.
Like to see him cutting
Backs
off that
him
a
down,
little bit.
turns up, no good. Tips his own ball back up in. Colin Rice.
Yeah, it's just so athletic, you know. Just does so many different things off of that. Good pass.
Into Moore, maybe one too many pass that time.
Yep. Head up. Yep.
Rice and dunked it home with authority, Landon Davis.
Yeah, you could see, Heibel's got a little bit, caught in traffic there, and Davis was running the baseline and got free. Rice doesn't miss him, right? That's how they kind of play together. They don't miss each other very often.
And the foul goes against Achenbach. Third team foul on Northwest. Up top to Tracy. Right side. Drives, and Oliver gets a piece of it, but Tracy has it and hits a three.
How about that? Over Landon Davis. He shoots a high arcing shot, and it finds bottom net. We're all tied up with 1:30 left.
34 all. Inside, back out. Rotated over. Left side, short. Denalt Moore, I think, might have pressured that a little bit. Got him off early.
Valley's really found the right group of five out there for themselves.
Jorgensen down the lane, up and good.
Yeah, he's doing a really nice job getting isolated on that left-hand side. Going to his left-hand side.
1 minute to play here, first half. Out to Oliver. Oliver kicks down low, back into Oliver. Posts up, kicks it out. Achenbach drives. Oliver, quick pass, and then they throw it away.
You know, they're trying to do a lot of good things. One thing is, you can't just cut to cut, though. You got to cut at the right time. There's a timing to cut it, and they got to just be a little more patient with that, I think.
So now about a 6-second difference here from the shot and the game clock for Valley.
And if you're Valley right here, think, you could almost guarantee yourself being ahead. If I'm them, I'm not shooting till under 10 seconds on this shot clock.
Tipped away, but Tracy keeps it. Over to Jorgensen. He dribbles back out. Lobs over to Strawn. 7.
7, yep.
Puts it up. No good. Moore rebounds. Kicks out for 3. Short.
Nope. Got 3 seconds.
Quickly the other way. Kukin kicks it out. Nope. Aren't going to get a shot off. Valley will take a 2-point lead into halftime.
What a night here at Valley.
Whoa, wow, yeah. Whoa. That's what a way for me to open the season up. Man, I tell you what, 36-34. We'll take a break, come back, look a little bit at the first half scoring after this on CISN.TV.
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9% for 72 months. New Bronco Sports on sale for $37,990 plus 3.9% for 72 months. And new Super Duties with $10,000 off. Extra discounts on top of employee pricing. Only at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
What if you could make a priceless difference in your community for as little as $5? With the Des Moines Catholic Worker House, you can. For nearly 50 years, the Des Moines Catholic Worker House has given the homeless and low-income community a place to feel welcomed. With your support, we could turn 3,000 free meals each month into 4,000. We could build a brand new warming and cooling center in our future facility. We could provide more hygiene products, more clothing, and more hope to those who need it most. Feed the hungry, clothe a neighbor, and spread your generosity throughout Des Moines by scanning the QR code on the screen right now. Donate online via PayPal or mail a check to make a priceless difference in your community today. Thank you so much for your support.
Back here in halftime at Valley, 36-34. Yes, it's Valley, 36-34 over Waukee Northwest. Dar Danielson along with Chris Larson. Let's run down the scoring first for Northwest. 8 points for Mac Heitland, 12 for Colin Rice, 3 for Nash Kukin, 9 for Landon Davis, 2 for Isaiah Oliver. For Valley, Sam Strawn, 3 threes and 16 overall. That old-fashioned three-point play in there with that. 5 for Jaden Attaway, 5 for Jack Tracy. Keen Jorgensen with 8 and Denault Moore with 2. It was, was it 21-18 after 1, and now here it's 36-34 Valley leading at the half. Okay, the insight, Coach.
I mean, I'll tell you what, Valley has executed their game plan to a T, right? On defense, they're doing a really nice job, and I know you may say, oh, they've given up 34 points. To this Northwest team, that's a really good half, right? They're not easy to hold that to. And offensive execution, they've slowed the game down. They've taken care of the ball for the most part. Now, I am going to continue to challenge them, right? In the second half, you got to be even better. You got to cut down on. They can't have any silly turnovers. If you're going to beat, arguably the best team in the state, you got to take care of it. But getting the ball to Sam Strawn at the end of the shot clock and creating scoring opportunities, just done perfectly. Both execution, offense, and defense have been wonderful.
Well, Landon Davis has 9, but it's not like they're letting him run wild inside. They're, brought in DeMont Moore, and the inside game, they're making him really work for buckets in there, aren't they?
Absolutely. They've really found something with this zone. Now, I will tell you, I won't be surprised at all to come out. They get, Northwest gets a chance at halftime now to really think of how they want to strategically attack that zone and talk to their guys about it. They're a veteran team. So let's see. This first 4 minutes, Valley's going to have to play their best defense. And I'm talking, they're probably not going to change defense, but they're going to have to be really in tune and making sure they're hitting the boards, because Northwest is going to come out with a good idea of what they want to do to attack that zone to start the second half.
Yeah, and that start of the second half always one where they look to make a run and get a little distance here.
Look at the girls' game, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened with Valley. They come out, boom, and
Yeah.
took it right at Northwest there. So we are at the half, 36-34 34. Valley leading Waukee Northwest here. We'll take a break. Be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9% for 72 months. New Bronco Sports on sale for $37,990 plus 3.9% for 72 months. And new Super Duties with $10,000 off. Extra discounts on top of employee pricing. Only at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
What if you could make a priceless difference in your community for as little as $5? With the Des Moines Catholic Worker House, you can. For nearly 50 years, the Des Moines Catholic Worker House has given the homeless and low-income community a place to feel welcomed. With your support, we could turn 3,000 free meals each month into 4,000. We could build a brand new warming and cooling center in our future facility. We could provide more hygiene products, more clothing, and more hope to those who need it most. Feed the hungry, clothe a neighbor, and spread your generosity throughout Des Moines by scanning the QR code on the screen right now. Donate online via PayPal or mail a check to make a priceless difference in your community today. Thank you so much for your support.
You're here at Valley High School in West Des Moines, 36-34, Valley over Northwest. Dar Daniels and Chris Larson. I don't want to keep harping back to the Valley of old, but one of the things I saw them do so many times in that run was they'd come out, not have a great half or not have a great quarter, but they'd finish. And finish at the end and come out. And you mentioned it, Northwest coming out of the locker room. We'll see what they do here. And Valley will have to be ready for them.
I was noticing AD Justin Ohl is kind of like wincing over there. He's like, where are my guys? Where's Coach Watson? And now I don't know for sure where the squad is. It's kind of interesting. Like, I see now the officials are kind of pointing over there like it's technically a technical foul, I think, if you're not on the floor when that buzzer sounds. But also, if they weren't notified, you can see them hustling out there.
Maybe they did the old lock the locker room door trick. No.
Yeah, well, and you can see this is going to create some.
So the official is talking to him.
Yeah,
at the scorer's
I think
table.
Joey's like, buzz the horn, we're playing. And kind of unique, though. Sometimes it's weird when you're on the road because there are times when you see Coach Magger kind of hustling out there. There's times when they don't knock on your door either. And so it's early for everybody, right? And so
going to be Northwest ball to start the second half. Yeah, everybody coming out of the
Landon
locker
Davis
room
might help them. You don't want to play 4 on 5. Here comes Coach Watson. Yeah, and you can see his hands were kind of thrown up. I think he's probably a little frustrated because no one, and to be fair, new AD, new coach, so some of those game management things don't get taken care of. So,
all right, hang
kind
on.
of an interesting start to the second half, right?
Yeah, let's see. They come out of locker room ready to go here.
Right to Rice at the high post.
Yep, and he draws, just like we started the game, he draws the and one.
Now, let me get back to your original question, too, Dar, because you are so correct. That was a staple, with Coach Windhorse and the 3 titles at Valley. They could have some sloppy starts, but, boy, when it got to winning time, they were executing. Pretty good first 11 seconds for Northwest so far.
30, that's knocked out of there. Attaway gets the miss, and we're tied up again.
So good execution on offense. I think Coach is also going to be wanting to see some execution on defense. Really nice start by Isaiah Oliver.
Yeah, Oliver all over Attaway. He drives in behind the back, takes it to the bucket, and he draws the foul on that.
You can even feel the energy over from the Northwest bench, but really, let's compliment Attaway. Kept his composure even against that good defensive pressure and was able to get the foul drawn and get to the foul line.
Oliver, foul number 2. Attaway to the free throw line. Hits it. He was 2 of 2 with a three-pointer. 2 of 2 from the free throw line and the three-pointer in the first half. And he ties it. Or excuse me, gives Valley the lead here.
Okay, and they're looking for that high-low out of it.
Oliver short on the 3. Rebound pulled down.
And see, that's exactly what Valley wants, right? They want contested jumpers, and now they're going to run clock, and they just want to keep hanging around, then get Strawn a good run at the hoop.
Strawn, a fadeaway shot that's ripped down by Davis. That was Rice, and then a little collision under the bucket.
I like that by Colin Rice, though. Gets the rebound and pushing it right up court. Hopefully our cameraman's all right down there. See how good, Rachel? We're good. We're good.
Strawn is talking about it there.
Hey, you got a thumbs up. I saw it.
First one on Strawn, yeah.
You got to be tough down there on the floor. It's my little analysis, my cameraman
analysis.
Right. Look at Colin Rice.
There's the
That's senior leadership, right?
Yep.
Like coming right out and looking really good to start the second half.
Boy, you analyze everything, don't you? Cameraman. Here's Valley, Jorgensen, and he draws the foul against Heitland.
Now, one thing if you're Northwest, you want to be careful of. They're playing with a little bit better energy, but we talked about that foul situation, right? You don't want to start putting Valley on the free throw line early in the third quarter.
Oliver goes high, throws it behind the back. No, he missed the bunny. Got up there, was going to dunk, got a little pressure and didn't put it in. And then off the knee of Attaway, so Valley rushes back the other way.
Yeah, Northwest doing a good job making him feel a little more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think Colin Rice just got a little bit disoriented on where he was on the floor.
Over to Heitland, now back up top. Right side 3, bounce around, no good, knocked out of there. Oliver with the rebound. 3, no good, rebound that time, ripped down by Heibels.
Okay, now if you're Valley, you want to run clock, right? Still keep playing your game.
Attaway out to Jorgensen. He pulls up at the elbow, rolls off, no good. Rebound to Davis.
So you can see we talked about that adjustment.
On the drive, Kukin back out. Oliver's foot on the line, so that'd be a 2, but it doesn't go either way.
I always feel like if you kind of mishandle the ball, maybe especially early in the shot clock, just wait for the next one, even though he was open.
Attaway hands off to Strawn.
Good D.
Attaway up top. Attaway down the lane. No good. Rebound, putback, block. Putback is blocked again.
Get out and go. Give it up, then get it back.
3-on-1 up and I think that
what
went
a strange call right here.
That almost was goaltending,
Yeah, you
I
can
thought.
see Coach Ricky. But in fairness to these officials, they're not used to, that's more like an international or an NBA type play where they have to worry about the cylinder when a guy's jumping
So
that
do I
high.
give that to Rice or Davis?
I think you got to go Davis on that.
Yeah. Now baseline, back out for three, short.
You want to keep going. You can see Coach Watson saying, keep going at him. Keep going at him.
Rice.
Good find.
Left corner, no good. Put back, no good. Battle for it.
They're really getting on those offensive
Rice
boards.
came up with it. Oliver, long three, no good.
Now it's Heitland.
Heitland. Back out. Heitland again. Three, Kucher. Nope, he's going to pull it down. Rice for three.
So smooth. So smooth. They're really, you can see a couple points of emphasis. We talked about how they wanted to go high-low, but it's also shoot and crash those boards. Their offense is starting once they shoot the ball.
6-point lead for Northwest.
They're really picking it up on D, too. Got to have it if you're Valley.
No good.
Again, they want to keep going. They want to keep going at them.
Yep, pushing the tempo. Davis.
Now they're going man-to-man, Valley.
Davis for three. No good. Rebound, Heibels.
They had Valley in switching defense. I would have liked to seen an attack to the basket there. I think you could have got a free throw or possibly an and one.
Jorgensen drives, spins, loses the handle, and get a foul called on Rice, I think. Let's see.
I want to
second.
Sorry, Dar. I want to credit Kukin though. That was one of the things I think they were harping on the first half. Jorgensen is a left-handed player. Kukin doing a much better job moving his feet, getting in front of that left hand, taking those driving lanes away.
So they'll set up on the box, Attaway to inbound it. Knocked
There's
away
Rice again.
by Rice, but Moore keeps possession, almost threw it away.
Valley
Northwest
really needs to break this run. And also, let's give Heitland a lot of credit. He is making every catch for Strawn darn near impossible. And there it is again.
Gracie loses it. Rice up, no good. A rebound comes off to Valley. Tracy will bring it up. Throws it outside.
Good extra pass.
Under 3 minutes now, third quarter.
Intensity has picked up a little bit, hasn't it, Dar?
Especially for Northwest.
There's Strawn, though.
Kicks it back.
Find him.
Tracy for three. No. And Valley's gone cold on the.
Yeah, they really got to keep pushing if you're Northwest.
And the pressure might be a little bit of that.
Watch
Rice.
out.
And he dunks it. I think he tried to go backwards. He didn't quite get around. And let's keep it here. Let's see the replay of this. Oh, that was Rice's dunk, all right?
But it's the tempo, right? You can see it's interesting to see. We're sitting here in our eye shot. We see Coach Watson pushing him up. We got Coach Oliver, who's the father and a great basketball player himself, sitting there, and they're all saying, "Get going, get up the floor."
Yeah.
They have this athletic team. When you get these teams on the run and you can create, you don't want to let Valley get settled in. It was the tempo of offense, and it starts on the defensive end. Now, if you're Valley, though, you got to figure out a way to stop this run, right? It feels like they're bleeding a little bit.
And that could affect the legs a little bit on those long shots for Valley because they got to run and run, But so, Coach Ricky talking with them there in the huddle.
I would love to see them right here. If you're Valley, they're really overplaying Strawn now. If they have something yet, and it's early, so they might not have their whole playbook in, but if you have something where you could get him going on a back cut, get him overplaying, I think you might be able to get him a layup, kind of stop the bleeding for the moment.
So the Northwest students here. Well, here's Valley. They've been a while before they've had a bucket. Started strong, but Northwest has picked up the tempo.
It's that same little look.
Strawn, Tracy. They're not giving him an open look, though, are
Good
they?
D by Heitland.
Heitland blocks that one. Achenbach over to the right side. Heitland back up top. Heitland lobs it down on the baseline. Rice inside. He's going to get fouled before. I think it might have been Attaway with the reach.
Good execution there. They kind of went in the high-low. As soon as Davis caught it on the low block, Colin Rice flashes. But nice job by the perimeter ball handlers of getting that entry pass in there as well.
Giving that one to Nalt Moore, his first. Team's third for Valley. Landon Davis.
Man-to-man. Gary.
And offensive foul. Hooked him, he said. His second. 14 foul now on Northwest.
Am I correct? 2 points so far? Is that right? 2 points for Valley in the second half? Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Two free throws.
Yeah, and you brought up the championship teams of West Des Moines Valley, and a lot of what they did was that. They'd come out in the third quarter and just suffocate teams. Yeah. And then it makes the offense a little easier, right, when you're playing on a roll.
Baseline back out for three. Good. Just
like that, right?
Yep,
little inside out.
His first points of the second half. Lead up to 11 now.
Yeah, it's all started with the defensive energy down here by Northwest. Valley's got to figure out a way to get a bucket.
Strong.
Oh,
good
cut.
look underneath the Moore.
Oh,
he gets
good block.
Denalt Moore on the block attempt. Blocking the dunk attempt by Davis.
Yeah.
Probably the only guy who could block him.
No doubt. 5 on the shot clock.
Tracy with it, puts it up. He gets
Another
that block.
Watch out.
Other way. Now back inside.
Oh, good cut.
Down the lane, Rice
good
up
cut.
and good.
Remember we talked about that in the first half? That's all about the timing of the cut. Much crisper offense for Northwest this half.
27 for Rice. (51-38). Valley playing for one here. They've got just 2 points in the quarter.
Okay, got to execute out of this, right? Got to execute and try and get yourself a bucket.
They go into Moore. He can't handle it. Trying to come away, and that'll run the clock out, but
what a quarter.
17-point quarter to 2 for Valley. And Northwest will go to the fourth, leading 51-38 here on CISN.TV.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Back to the fourth quarter. Colin Rice with 14 of their 17 points in the third quarter, and Northwest takes the big lead now.
Yeah, again, you highlighted the great Valley teams of these last few years. And what they did in those moments when you were talking about, they came out and suffocated on defense, and that's what Northwest has done.
Over to the corner, and now Valley can't get a basket. Denalt Moore, though, comes up with a rebound. Tracy was looking for the quick one. Now defender falls down into Moore, and not going to take it up against Landon Davis again. Here's Rice, steps through, gets the bucket. He's got
smooth.
29.
Yeah, so smooth. He's done a little bit of everything. He can knock down threes. He handles the ball well. He's been great on defense.
Valley needs a bucket in the worst way. Attaway, Tracy, and
Yeah.
they throw it away. Man, that defense, you're right. It's just clamped down right now.
Listen, I think the other big thing is that's what Coach Watson wants to see from his team, right?
Yeah.
You know, they were a little late coming out at halftime. You know he was letting them have it. And he's like, yeah, we want to sit and talk about how good we are. Let's go show. But there's a lot of aspects to basketball, right? It's not just scoring and dunking and shooting threes. They're doing the little things really well in the second half.
Oliver over to Heitland, lobs it down low. And I thought Moore got a hand on it, but it went off of Davis.
Yeah, I think he maybe deflected it, but then hit his head.
Hit off of Davis, and then now back to Valley. Yeah, he told him, hey, it doesn't matter who your opponent is, you got to come out and play.
Yep.
And here they did in the third quarter.
Well, and what a teaching moment for this team, right? If you want to be as great as you want to be, this is how you're going to have to play defense, right?
And a block by Rice.
I mean, there's just not many openings. Heads up.
Oliver up, no good. Rebound put back, no good. I tell you, Heibels has a lot of rebounds for Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Attaway. Heibels. And Strana's just not found any open looks. He's had a couple blocked, in fact, here.
And it's not that Valley, let's not discredit their play. It's just been really good defense.
Almost got the under. Jorgensen drives in again, and this time he draws the foul.
Little thing, but did you see, Mac Heitland on that one? He slides his feet and cuts off baseline. Those were layups in the first half because they weren't getting that straight line angle cut off. Just, again, this is a clinic in how you play man-to-man defense in the second half.
Foul on Achenbach, his second. First team foul of the fourth quarter on Northwest. Three is off by Jorgensen.
Suffocating defense. Now, see if you can execute on the offensive end.
Oliver dribbles in,
Good
kicks
pass.
to the corner.
Good choice.
Baseline, top, Rice three, good.
Really good ball movement. I love the decision right there by 23. Achenbach.
Yeah, Achenbach.
Really good choice there to make the extra pass.
32 for Rice.
Average
Averages 23 and a half.
I'm a big believer, Dar, is sometimes the best thing you can do is not shoot. Like, that's actually a skill sometimes, right? Because a lot of people in his position, they've kind of got a comfortable lead now. It's like, I got to make a shot. Passing up that shot to give your, Division I guy who's got 32 points an extra shot, that's really good basketball right there.
Well, and that's the championship team, not being
right?
selfish.
Exactly. Exactly. They've showed
you don't
that
care who scores as long as you have more than the other team. Yep.
100%.
Attaway, jump
Good
step,
D.
no, can't get it under pressure as everything has been.
Everything's contested, right? Everything.
Oliver, cross court, gets it back.
Oh, he had a high-low there, yep.
Inside, back out for three, good.
Boy.
Heitland.
Coach Watkins challenged him at halftime, and what a response by his team.
Attaway with it. Long three by Tracy, no good. As Oliver up ahead, he'll take it all the way himself.
He's got 34, and he missed a dunk and a layup. Let's not forget.
And 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Well, they were late coming out of the locker room, but they were ready to go here when they did get out, weren't they?
Well, and there's so much basketball synergy that you're watching right now. They've picked up the intensity on defense, which has led to misses. The misses have led to fast break points.
Yeah.
As soon as they get fast break, they get a little more comfortable on offense. You see the ball go through the hoop. Then their offense starts, running more efficiently. Their offense gets more efficient. They are having more fun on defense. That's just how you make a good run. And I mean, I don't even know where we're at right now, but it is a astonishing run right now.
Yeah, what was it? It was
36-34 at halftime.
Yeah, let's see. No more. There's that block that we saw. So it's been 25-2 in the fourth quarter. The run. Trailed by 2. Now we're up by 23. Or excuse me.
Pretty
Wait a minute.
remarkable.
No, I forgot to add a basket. So, yep, that's right, up by 23. So it would have been a 27-2 run.
And like I said, this is nothing against Valley.
No,
I thought
nothing.
they played a great first half, and they've done everything. I think they've played hard. They've done everything. It's a different intensity by the Northwest defense.
Yeah. And there's foul by Rice, his third.
Colin kind of looked over at Coach Watson like, yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
know.
it was.
Uh-oh, watch
back
out.
The other way, Davis gets it to
Oliver,
and he goes, man, how did I miss that? Attaway
good take.
Gets their first field goal here of the fourth quarter.
Valley going to try and extend the pressure a little bit here. Got to find that middle if you're Northwest.
There's Oliver, bounce past baseline, and it goes off of Landon Davis. You got to keep your head up with Oliver because he's going to kind of Caitlin Clark type passes.
Yeah.
He's looking one way and gets it in there quick, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
Attaway to Tracy. Tracy has had Kukin in his belly button the entire second half. Jumper no good, and Kukin just mistimed that one, and it goes out.
And it's funny, I think the coaching staff at Northwest is they're just fired up. You know, you sometimes get in those games where you're kind of fired up at halftime, and they have a 21-point lead now with 2 minutes to go, but they're still pretty fired up.
There's Attaway down the lane.
Kind of keeping it together for Valley in the second round. You think he has all their points in the second half.
Yeah, I believe so. And a putback by Denault Moore.
Denault Moore, yeah. Good job out of Valley, right? Keep playing hard.
Right back.
I like that. No quit in this team, and we talked about it. They've had to play a lot of really tough ball games so far, but they're going to get better and better, and so much good in the first half for them to build off of, and they can't forget about that as they move forward in their season as well.
Yeah, you got to. It's early. It's got you got to get better. And
and they will.
And like you said, you got to realize who you're going up against, and see the the size in that. And you look to a lot of good things in the first half. They did well.
Oh, so much. And like we said, this early part of the season is about learning, and they are learning. And their next step now is they can play good for a half. When a team picks up that defensive intensity, what can they do to counteract it? What are they going to do to attack and maybe be a little more physical? Maybe, like we talked about, maybe some more backdoor cuts on some of those things. But they'll learn and grow as the season goes along, and they have a really bright season future ahead of them as well.
So out of the timeout, 2:28 to go, and well, it's one good thing when you force the other team that's leading you to call the timeout. It's like, hey, okay, now there's a little pressure up there, and Oliver gets right through it. No look outside for three is good. Kukin. His second three, he's got 6 on the night.
And they're so tough. They can all shoot the three when they drive and kick, and that's why it was so big for Coach Watson, I think, to see him play defense like this.
Tracy for 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Rice.
And teaching them that, right?
Yeah.
I get it, but if you want to just sit and shoot with teams and your defense impacts other teams' offense. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, that's the hard part of the game, isn't it?
Oh, so
fun part is putting up the shots, but
and it's such a big part of coaching, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, trying to teach kids that.
And there's a little
Boy.
dunk underneath for Landon Davis.
So strong. He's just so strong underneath there.
His first bucket here of the second half. He's got 11.
What a half of basketball by this Northwest team.
Looks like we're going to have wholesale substitutions here in the final 127. I will be in the Wolves' Den on Friday, and Johnston coming over there. John Schaefer, I believe, is
with you.
With me on the call.
And I'll be there Tuesday for Waukee and Waukee Northwest.
Those are always crazy, aren't they?
But what a big night for the Northwest team to learn, because they have 2 big tests coming up.
Yeah.
Right? And hopefully a little something about themselves tonight. Get in there.
Off no good. Achenbach will bring it up. Let's see, Jackson Davis is in there. Sam Blair in there. Blair cuts, gets it back over to Davis.
Good move.
Puts up the jumper.
I'm always rooting for buckets when these guys get a little court time. Let's see if we can get somebody a bucket.
Ryder Knapp. They used to call this the Dar garbage time of the game when I'd get in. But baseline, good closeout defensively, and then
you know these kids working hard in practice. You'd like to see somebody get rewarded with a bucket.
JT Wandera. In the old days, I'd foul just to get my name in the agate type of the newspaper. You
want to get that
anymore,
in the newspaper.
Probably kids don't even have an idea what that is, you know.
Boy, that brings back, you're right there.
There's a 3.
Hey, there we go. Will Clayton. Attaboy, Will.
Here's Northwest. Clock winding down here.
If you can get in there, get a bucket.
On the drive, he gets the foul.
That brought back memories for me, reading the box score to the newspaper. You know, it'd be 10:30 at night on a Tuesday night, and you'd be calling the, and you'd have to figure out who all, had this stat, that stat, man. Those are the old days.
Yeah, and then I started out, I did a few.
Get in there. That-a-way.
A few games for the Cedar Falls record. I do some high school games, and then I had to keep all those stats and come over. Come on, we got to get the, that was when I was on deadline.
Right.
There for a little extra dough when I was in college. But that's going to wind it down, and it'll be a 20-point win here for Northwest. And the big story of the night, what it ended up being, 32 for Colin Rice, and just the second half for Northwest.
Yeah, they really showed the potential of where they can get to when they put it all together, right? It's kind of a hang with them for Valley. I thought they played a great first half and just, kind of a little bit of poke the bear and just didn't have quite the answers yet at this point in the season, but showed also in that first half what they can do against a really good team, and just a phenomenal girls game tonight. So really fun night of high school basketball.
Yeah, so Valley girls get the upset over number 2 Northwest in the opener, and then Northwest was down here at the half, right, 36-34, come out in the second half and just crank up the defense and take it away. Oh, Chris, good to be back out doing the game with you here. It's been a while, but thanks for all your help here tonight. Thanks to Rachel, the entire crew. And, again, I'll be at Northwest Johnston. Check our social media because I can only remember the games I'm doing. I'm not good enough to,
They're lucky we're here tonight,
Yeah, check
right?
it on CISN. Because we have other games going on there too. But that's going to wrap it up here from Valley tonight. The final Northwest 67-47 over the Valley Boys here on CISN.TV.